his way into Hornet territory, and he's gone. Touchdown for the score.
Good evening and welcome to the historic Tomato Bowl for tonight's game between your Jacksonville Fighting Indians and the visiting Marshall Mavericks. Thank you for joining us on JISD Live. Welcome to our countdown to kickoff, brought to you by the South Jackson Dairy Queen. I'm Ryan Travis, joined by Matt Montgomery and Todd Travis. Tonight is Pink Out, and with 3 games left, Jacksonville is still looking to find their first win of the season in what is arguably the toughest stretch of their schedule for the last 3 games. Matt, what do the Indians need to do to stay in the game and give themselves a chance for their first win of the season?
Well, I think they got to get rid of the second quarter. I checked with the UIL. Is there any way that we could eliminate the second quarter? Because that seems to be the quarter that Jacksonville has just been giving up all their points.
It really has.
I mean, in the second half last week against White House, they won. The second half, White House did win 21-14. But it's that second quarter, guys. I mean, remember Athens, Henderson, what else? I mean, there's other games. Center. I mean, it's just been if Jacksonville could just get rid of that quarter, that would really help. But this is a Marshall team that coming in here, their offense is hurting for a touchdown. They have not scored a touchdown. I'm talking about the Marshall Mavericks. They're 4-2, by the way. Good football team, really good team. But they have struggled to score. They beat Mount Pleasant 2 weeks ago, which was, I think, is going to be a playoff team out of this district. They beat them 7-3, but that 7 points Marshall got was a defensive score. No offensive touchdowns.
No offense.
Last week, they played Texas High, arguably the best team in the district. They lost 14-0. So they're coming in against a Jacksonville team that's giving up around 45 points a game.
Yeah.
So Jacksonville's really got their work cut out for them. I mean, you say, what does Jacksonville need to do tonight? They just need to hang. If they can just hang in there and not have those explosive 5 and 6 minute spans of the game where the other team just crushes them, then maybe we could see something interesting here tonight. Because again, Marshall is struggling offensively, and that's something that Jacksonville is struggling defensively. So we'll see who's going to win that battle.
Yeah, I think a big thing tonight as well is just minimizing the mistakes, especially early in the game. I feel like Jacksonville did a decent job of that last week against White House, but, I mean, you go back to Hallsville on homecoming, and they march it down and score, and then we snap it over our punter's head, or he mishandles it, and we give him the ball right back at the 15. And so suddenly you're in a 2-touchdown hole very, very quickly in that game. And, you can't have that if you want to be able to keep it close at the end of the game. And the more mistakes that Jacksonville can limit tonight early and give themselves a chance to keep the game close. We've seen several where it's been a 7-7 game or something at the end of the first quarter. And you're going to have something similar to that tonight to be able to hang with this Marshall team.
Yeah, and defensively, Marshall they're going to be the toughest defense Jacksonville has seen yet. Until next week when we go to Mount Pleasant. That's probably the best defensive team in the district right there, but Marshall's a close second. This is a Marshall team that has a lot of speed. They're senior dominated. They have 28 seniors on their team. So this is a team that they expected to not only make the playoffs, but make a couple runs deep like they did last year when they played here at Tomato Bowl against Midlothian Heritage in the second round, I believe, or maybe in the third round. But they're a team that has struggled here at Tomato Bowl, Marshall. Marshall's record here at Tomato Bowl, you'd think, oh, man, it's Marshall. They're 4-4. Jacksonville has won 4, and they've won 4 here at Tomato Bowl.
Really?
That's the history. So maybe that favors Jacksonville. Maybe that helps them out here. Maybe I'm dreaming. But it is what it is. But one thing about Jacksonville that really was impressive last week, number one, you say, how can you be impressed by a team that gave up 52 points? Well, the offense in the second half really came on running the football. This is the first time I can remember, guys, where Jacksonville has had 3 dudes at running back.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about that. You got Polk, the leading rusher. Polk's got 324 yards. He can go, sophomore. Then, they added Caden Boyd a few weeks ago, the senior. And then last week they brought up Narayden Hawkins actually a couple of weeks ago, but last week he got some carries. I mean, those are – and I'm not even counting Jordan McGowan, who they kept plays defense and receiver. So that's something that you can look at and say, okay, well, maybe if Jacksonville can keep from getting behind the chains and where it's not 2nd and 12, 3rd and 18, that's what you got to get away from against a team like Marshall. They will eat you alive if your offense can't have a better first down play. Yeah. You got to have 5, 6, 7 yards on first down consistently, and that's been the problem offensively.
Yeah, and, I think Jacksonville has had some success the last several weeks running the ball, especially last week in the second half of that game against White House. Marshall's got a pretty good run defense from what I think I've seen. So, I think we're going to have to see some plays from Trent Clater tonight as well. And he finally got into a rhythm towards the end of that game last week and was making some plays, moving the pocket as well. He did a good job of that. But I think he's really going to have to step up tonight and be a leader if Jacksonville's going to be able to stay in this game.
No question. And of course, we've seen some great things out of Malik Massenberg at the H-back, catching that little pass over the middle. You and I were talking before the game, what kind of passing attack. I mean, maybe with that Jacksonville has some slants working in there, because if you throw those bubble routes on Marshall, they've got the kind of speed. They can pick six you really quickly if you don't get the ball out in a hurry. And I think you're right. Patrick Clater will be able to control that. I think we'll see some Ben Bolton tonight perhaps. I mean, Ben's the second leading rusher. He can get things done with his feet out of the quarterback position. But, it looks like they're kind of leaning toward Trent, because Trent, has the experience of last year playing all 10 games. And so we'll see how that develops. But, again, the game is won in the trenches. That's such a trite saying. And the trenches do not favor Jacksonville tonight with Marshall. So can they pull a rabbit out of a hat? Can they make some moves here? Can they do some different things? Maybe get them off balance or something like that, because it's going to be difficult for Jacksonville just to run straight at Marshall. They're going to have to do some different things offensively.
Yeah, and I think we haven't really talked a lot about Marshall individually, but their quarterback, Alton Henderson, he's a dual threat quarterback for sure. I would say he's more run first looking at the stats. I think he's got 12 rushing touchdowns and maybe like 2 or 3 passing. So it definitely seems like they're using him to run the ball. He's also their leading rusher. So we may see him throw the ball tonight. I would think we're probably going to see a lot of him running the football.
No question. He has 855 yards rushing. I mean, he's right on track for 1,000 as the quarterback. The second leading rusher, no relation, Denige Montgomery, he has 357 yards. So there's quite a 500-yard difference between the quarterbacks. So there's no question. I mean, Alton Henderson, Jacksonville faced him last year as a junior. He's a senior now. He's the guy they want to have the ball in his hands. He's very dangerous. And Jacksonville has had some personnel changes this week, particularly at the linebacker position. And some guys are going to have to step up, and they're going to have to contain, because he gets on that edge, he's gone. He can go.
Yeah, he's got a lot of speed. We've seen that over the past couple years for sure. So I do want to go ahead. We're going to have James Hubbard joining us in just a moment. But before we bring him on, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's Spotlight Player of the Game, and that is Toby Simpson. Toby's a senior offensive lineman and long snapper for the Indians. I think his nickname is also the Red Scare, as you see here on the screen. Yeah, he's a great young man, gives us all on Friday nights. He's usually the first one down the field when the Indians have to punt. And he's caused some trouble for the opposing return teams, including a fumble recovery earlier in the season. So you'll see a lot of Toby tonight on the offensive side of the ball, so make sure to keep an eye out for number 53, Toby Simpson. And Toby actually has some camera work to his credit, I understand. I mean, I saw a little bit of the spring stuff when y'all kind of worked him in on some things in the weight room there, in the baseball game, I believe I heard him. So he told me he's coming after my job, so that's okay. Well, I think Toby may have decided that like doing some broadcasting kind of stuff is kind of what he wants to do. So
okay, well, I wore these glasses for that only. I say, okay, come on, Toby, let's go. Just for the effect, that's why I wore those.
Oh man, yeah, I would think. I think maybe Toby's going to try to work in on some commentary for some basketball games this year. Maybe some more baseball if we get to do some more of those. I mean, Toby's a great young man. He is very well spoken as well. So it's always a pleasure to have him on any kind of JISD live broadcast that we can. I love Toby. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's going to have his work cut out tonight on that offensive line. Yes, he is. He's going to get some dudes. I mean, these guys bring it. So it's going to be a interesting time at Tomato Bowl tonight. Let's see if Jacksonville can hold their own against Marshall. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they can do. So up next, we have Jacksonville City Manager James Hubbard joining us on our countdown to kickoff. Stick with us through the break. We will be right back. Whoops.
We'd like to thank this week's team meal sponsor, the East Rusk Dairy Queen across from the Tomato Bowl. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off with your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel in Jacksonville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
This glorious Whataburger is yours. A few minutes ago, it didn't even exist. Why? Because every Whataburger is 100% fresh beef and made to order. That means we didn't start cooking it until this exact moment, right here, when you ordered it into existence. Whataburger, just like you like it.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
Ready to hit the road in a brand new Ford? From dependable trucks to family-friendly SUVs, we've got the right ride for every road ahead. Drive home today with unbeatable savings and award-winning service, only at EAG Ford Jacksonville, your hometown Ford dealer.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Welcome back to our countdown to kickoff. We are now joined by Jacksonville City Manager James Hubbard. James has worked in local government since 2008 and came to Jacksonville in 2017, where he served as the Jacksonville Economic Development Corporation president for 4 years before being appointed city manager in August of 2021. James, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight.
Yeah, Ryan, Todd, thanks for having me. Look forward to it.
It would not be a Friday night in the Tomato Bowl if there was not a train going by.
That's right,
sure.
Always.
So I'll go ahead and get us started on some questions here with you, James. So during your time as the JEDCO president, there were a number of new businesses that came to Jacksonville. And I know as the president, you're heavily involved in the decision-making process on kind of maybe who comes and who doesn't. So what is the process of bringing in new businesses and ensuring that they will be a good fit for the town?
That's a good question. It varies. It all depends. Sometimes it's a proactive approach where we've reached out as the EDC or as the city. In other cases, we kind of find out on the back end when we come across a permit that says, hey, this business is trying to purchase this land and build that development there. So it does vary quite a bit, and the process that business is required to go through, it can be multifaceted as well, depending on if there's replatting and rezoning, a lot of dirt work, something like that, a lot of permitting, a lot of civil or infrastructure enhancements required. But by and large, JEDCO does try to be that point of contact for anybody in the community. And in serving as the JEDCO president, I had about 4 years to build some wonderful relationships in the community and make sure that hopefully my cell phone was on speed dial for a lot of folks. And in the transition to city manager, that can present some problems as well. But you want people to have your number. And Shane Pace is now leading the efforts there as the president of JEDCO. I hate to say even picked up the torch that I lit or that JEDCO lit in 1995 when it started, but he certainly did not drop it. He took it and he kept it running, and they're doing some wonderful things right now. We've seen the results of that most recently with the announcement of Tube Fab expanding into the industrial park. I think that's expected to add about 80 more jobs to the community. Tube Fab was already here, but this is a huge enhancement to their footprint and a brand new building to strengthen the tax base and the job market here in Jacksonville. But like I said, it can be different. It can start with dinners and lunch conversations, or it can start right with that permit process.
Yeah.
But we do like to be the tip of that spear in terms of making those business connections for the town.
Okay. Yeah, I saw something about the Tube Fab expansion that they're planning to do, and it's there's a lot of money being poured into that for sure.
There is. Development is not cheap these days. It's taking place in the Norman Industrial Park. That's a wonderful industrial park controlled by JEDCO. I think there's about 40 undeveloped acres remaining in that park. And truly, I like to say that that's a testament to the fact that the city's been really strategic in how they use that land. You know, we're not getting any larger. We're not getting any more land necessarily. Bits and pieces here, maybe through some voluntary annexation. But by and large, what we have is what we have. And so we need to use that dirt really strategically. The EDC and the city could have filled up Norman Industrial Park decades ago by allowing smaller, maybe like self-storage uses or something like that. But they really reserved that land for the creation of primary jobs and strengthening the tax base. And we're seeing the fruits of those decisions that were made decades ago right now today.
That's an interesting thing because I've driven through there quite a few times,
right.
And I'm like, wow, like this is there's not a lot going on back here at the moment. And so knowing that the land is reserved for businesses that y'all think are worthy to fill those spots is really important.
Yeah, quite regularly at JEDCO we would get calls of people just wanting to buy the land speculatively. You know, they would want to hold the dirt. But that's really not in the best interest of that park. We wanted to have control in terms of the quality of the jobs and who we incentivize to come. And we have really big and robust infrastructure there, too. So it's not really well suited for mom-and-pop retailers or small manufacturers. They don't need 10-inch water lines and the size of gas lines and fiber we have out there. So they've done a great job preserving that asset and paying it forward to the community.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear.
So what is the role of the city manager, and what does your job entail on a day-to-day basis?
It can be just about anything, and I think that's all of us, right? I mean, we are all public servants in school districts, or even hopefully in our workplaces, private sector too. When you care about people, there's no shortage of work to do, but it operates very similar to Brad Stewart and the superintendent reporting to a board of trustees. So per the charter of Jacksonville, which is kind of like our local constitution, we're a council manager form of government. That means that I report to a city council that provides me direction, but I'm responsible for the day-to-day operations of the city. That stems from police and fire to public works to parks to library and any other service that we offer. So on any given day, my day can look very different. No 2 days really look similar, but that's good for me. I don't love being tied to a desk. I love being highly mobile. I love meeting people. And really hoping to try to break down the idea that we're about bureaucracy and red tape and taxes. We're really about serving the needs that the private sector can't do or won't do to make sure that our residents are safe and have the utilities and everything they need to make a good life in Jacksonville.
And I think I saw a picture this week. Maybe you were up on a scissor
That's what I was about to talk about.
Yeah.
I didn't see the suit and tie at that point.
No. Lately I've been wearing blue jeans and polos a lot more often, or some type of kind of tactical pant, if you will. Allow me a little more flexibility. I've been in the trenches a little bit more, but I'm really just trying to follow the people that I have on my team that do that day in and day out. And sometimes if you can just give them a little reprieve, that goes a long way. And really kind of grounds yourself in the important role that those men and women play for the organization. What you may have not seen in that picture is at the bottom of that lift was our Mayor Gorham. And
I think he was the one that posted the picture.
Yeah, he was, and I had no idea he took it. But he was in his Lou Casey boots and blue jeans and his nice starched, Oxford shirt, and he was down there untangling all the lights for me for literally hours. So our council are the epitome of public servants. They just model it day in and day out for our community and for our staff, and to the fact that they're completely unpaid and that they're just volunteers. I mean, if we can't look to them and just take a lot of, one, be humbled, but also just a lot of inspiration in how they love this town, then we're probably doing something wrong. And so we just have a wonderful city council making really, really strong decisions right now. Yeah.
So as you were transitioning into becoming city manager, how was that transition between your role as the JEDCO president to then being city manager?
Yeah, I wanted to be a city manager from probably about 2012 on. I moved to Jacksonville in 2017, knowing that someday I hoped the opportunity would arise. Candidly, I did not think it would come when it did, but I was blessed that the council, asked me to consider the appointment and ultimately made that decision. I would say it was relatively smooth, not because of my skills or experience or talent, but because the team that was already there, the directors, the experience we had, they can run this city every day. They don't need me. I need them much more than they need me. I am there to basically make sure that they have the tools and resources to accomplish the goals that the city council outlines for us. That's where I come in, kind of in the vision and equipping them. I could get run over by this train we heard a few minutes ago tonight, and they wouldn't need to replace me for a while. They got this thing, and the city council has this town's back all day, every day. So that made it extremely easy. But I did, in some degree, go from being, I often say this, I went from being Santa Claus at Jedco, right, handing out candy canes to get businesses to come here, to the Grinch. Because when you're on the city side, unfortunately, you're often more on the regulatory side. You do have to be wise stewards of the taxpayer dollars. As much as we always want to stay on yes and have a positive response to any kind of citizen request, whether that be code enforcement or construction activity or to hold a downtown parade or whatever that request may be, there is always that safety component, that budgetary component, and that equitability component that we have to look at in all those decisions. And so sometimes we do arrive at a soft no or a, hey, no, not that way, but how about this? And at Jedco, you end up on some no's as well. But, it's a little bit more of a yes man's game on the Jedco side, and that's fun, than it is on the city management side.
Absolutely.
But I went from 1 employee to about 135 employees at that time. And people are the greatest joy of being a manager and being a leader, I think. But a lot comes with that, too. A lot of responsibility, a lot of questions, a lot of what-ifs, policies, and those things. And you just have to trust your leadership team and navigate those things one at a time.
I'm sure as, that transition, from being, come to Jacksonville to, hey, maybe we need to, take a look at some other things. I'm sure that there was, quite a bit of a learning process between, the first several months of that transition as well, trying to figure out, okay, we've gone from, trying to bring as much as we can to maybe, in the position I'm at now, we actually maybe need to pump the brakes a little bit at times.
Yes.
And I'm sure that was an interesting transition for you mentally just to be able to adapt to.
Yeah, I think the budget process and just the magnitude of the budget and kind of how the budget operates is very different on the city side. The Jedco budget kind of ebbs and flows based on people wanting to come to Jacksonville and then their willingness to incentivize or kind of remove some of the hurdles for those businesses. Yeah. On the city side, we have ongoing, basically daily expenses, and then we also have those surprise expenses when a pump feeding a water tower or something goes out. So definitely a little bit more time sensitive likely, but it's really critical on the Jedco side too to be extremely responsive. In fact, one of the larger manufacturers that we were able to entice here when I was part of the Jedco team, we had a wonderful dinner up in Tyler one night. That's where they wanted to take us to dinner to kind of recognize and celebrate their intent to be here in Jacksonville. And the CEO of that company from Italy said, it's not always the biggest fish, it's the fastest fish in many cases for a business. And he basically just thanked us for how fast we moved to make their decision to be here in Jacksonville. And we're now seeing even more fruits of that decision in about the 200,000 square foot expansion of Louvet down there at the intersection of South Bolton and the Loop. So they started with about a 50,000 foot, and now they're adding that 200,000 feet of manufacturing space on that. So that's huge for the town.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. That's awesome.
Can you share a few of the exciting projects or improvements happening around town?
A lot's going on in town, and to you two and to a lot of people, they may not see that. And we don't often do a great job telling our own story. I think a lot of cities, school districts, and things struggle with that, right? The negative attention always grabs and is shared more quickly than the positive attention. And a lot of what we do as a city is not necessarily exciting. Your toilet flushing at your house is not real exciting. It's an expectation. But there's a lot of infrastructure, and there's a lot of money spent, and there's a lot of expertise on the staff to make sure that happens, hopefully every time.
Every time, yeah.
And so one of the, I would say, exciting projects is we have about a $12 million expansion of our wastewater treatment plant underway. And that was offset by about 80% with a grant that we were able to receive. So about $7 or $8 million of that on our utility system aren't going to be responsible for that amount of money, and that's huge to keep rates static or as reduced as well. But we'll be culminating the fall concert series with a band called the David Whiteman Band. They're out of Dallas. They're about a 20-piece band, professional musicians. This is all they do. Oh, wow. They play at some really big venues and corporate events and things like that. So they're going to be coming here to Jacksonville Friday, November 14th. Okay. So really looking forward to that. I think it'll be an awesome culmination to the stage project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Well, James, you've done a lot in your first 4 years as the city manager. So what plans do you have for the next 4?
Man, that's a good question. I kind of got to take things day at a time. I think we all do. We're all pulled in a lot of directions. I failed to mention earlier in this segment here that I have 5 kids. Moved here in 2017 with 3 kids and a wife. Now I have 5 kids and a wife. So between their extracurriculars and Dad's job and all the things we like to do as a family, we just try to take day at a time, not take anything for granted. I didn't even know where Jacksonville, Texas was when somebody said, hey, you should go be the JEDCO or the president of the EDC in Jacksonville. And I was like, where's Jacksonville? And they told me near Tyler. And I'm like, I like Tyler. Let me go check it out. So, we just don't know what tomorrow holds. However, I know we have to look past James Hubbard's time as a city manager, and you got to think kind of forward, even more than just the employees we have today. We do have a very seniored and a very tenured and a very experienced workforce. We have some really quality jobs at the city, and so those keep people around for a long time if we can take care of them appropriately. But in saying that, I think over the next 5, certainly 10 years, we're going to see quite a few employees who are currently eligible for retirement take advantage of that. They've earned that. They've put in the sweat, the blood, the tears. They've rode the political waves and all the different things that come with working for a city government. And so as we see those exits, approaching, we need to be making strategic decisions related to succession planning and making sure that as those men and women sail off into the sunset in terms of their career and their legacy with the city, on to do probably far greater things for their family and with their friends, that we, support their legacy by backfilling them with the talent necessary to do the job they do today. So that's going to be a huge piece of what we're doing, and just a real emphasis on infrastructure. I mentioned the sanitary sewer plant, but we have a water treatment plant here. We just have a ton of infrastructure to make this place hum, and it takes a lot of really really strategic decisions to reinvest in those assets, especially when there's some deferred maintenance. We can't fix everything tonight. Certainly the taxpayers don't want to pay the taxes that would be necessary to do that. The council's been really strategic and influential in keeping the tax rate flat or declining over the last 5 years. We want to see that trend continue. To keep that trend continuing, we have to make better decisions. We have to find ways to cut costs in a climate where certainly they're rising on households as well as on the supplies and things that we need as a city. And we just have to plan effectively. But we also have to strengthen the tax base, and that's why I kind of harken back to the JEDCO. That's really the element, that's the engine of changing the tax base in Jacksonville and getting the quality jobs we need here. That's what I lose sleep over every night, is the fact that I want more quality jobs in Jacksonville. I certainly know the school district does too. Massive reinvestments in y'all's CTE program. Met with the new CTE director yesterday, talking about how many welders are coming out now certified, and we want jobs for those welders. We don't want them to have to go off to use those skills. And so that's really the emphasis behind all the efforts at JEDCO. Certainly the downtown that we now enjoy with all the boutiques and the eateries and the artisans and things, it's fantastic. But you got to have the jobs so that the people can make a wage to go enjoy those things. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What else you guys got?
Is it mine? Oh.
I think so.
But I asked the last one. Okay. Oh, no, it is my turn. I got you.
All right.
I got
Amateur hour.
listening, yes.
Amateur hour.
What would you say has been the biggest change in Jacksonville since you've been here?
Man, that's a good question. This city has a tenured past, a really rich history of manufacturing and good jobs and just first-rate people. That's what brought me here, is the caliber of the people in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But from, the Panda Express and the empty lot next to it, and then the redevelopment of that commercial strip center, and Super One coming, and Whataburger doing the full reno, and McDonald's tearing themselves down and rebuilding, and Jersey Mike's strip center coming, and just what have you. The retail landscape's changed a ton.
Chick-fil-A. So.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, a big one. I think I mentioned Super One. A lot of big players have come. The landscape's changed. I think the, 69 frontage is hard to develop in some ways because the highway's at an angle, and so it leads to kind of irregular property shapes. You kind of got to have a little more depth than you would if it was perpendicular property lines, things like that. We're seeing more assemblage now. We're getting bigger players want to be here. But assemblage takes multiple property owners working together. And of course, everybody wants the highest price. The developer wants to pay the lowest price. That's kind of a conflict. That's where JEDCO comes in and tries to get deals done for the community. But the retail, and I would say even the residential landscape, We've seen some housing starts that we probably hadn't seen in a few years. You know, Pebblebrook Apartments out there on the Loop, excuse me. I think that was the first market rate apartment complex, over 100 units we had seen in about 30 years. So that was a really great trend. Occupancy rates are phenomenal. In fact, we have quite a few employees in that apartment complex, and so that's a great thing for us. I think it's been a good thing for the school district. But, yeah, I'd just say the landscape overall. Property that we thought and buildings that we thought would maybe never fill or would take a long time or just the right person. A little bit of incentive from Jedco, a little bit more intentionality, and now, you know, vacancy rates are way down, property values are way up, and that's really great. But the other change I've seen is not such as a physical change, just a change in how we work together as a community. Clearly, I've only been here since 2017, and I was not the impetus for this, and I'm not trying to even insinuate that. But the way that the Chamber and Jedco and the city and the hospitals and our big employers are all pulling together, I mean, we're a force to be reckoned with. I'm truly convinced that if you bring us a challenge or an opportunity to hit a home run, we're going to hit the home run. And I'm seeing us land things right now that some of our surrounding communities and even other regions of the state, you know, wish they could. And I think that's not because the city or any one person, but that's just the collective kind of spirit of Jacksonville. We're a roll up your sleeves, get it done kind of community.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think did Brawley's come in last year or was that the year before? Because that Capital One building sat vacant for a long time.
Close to 10 years. I think it sat vacant. I think it went dark in 15, a couple years before I got here. That was kind of the albatross on the block that Jedco sits. You know, we had showed it to a lot of people. That was actually one in which we proactively reached out to the Brawley family. Because of what they had done with the former elementary school in Palestine, we're like, okay, these people know how to look at the structure of a building and adapt their business to it versus just having to build a box. They thought outside the box in Palestine, and so we said, hey, let's see if they'll come look at some buildings here. Their first visit and what we invited them to look at was actually the former City Hall at the corner of Ragsdale and Commerce. We took Mr. Stephen Brawley in there, you know, the patriarch of the family, and showed him that building, and he liked it, and he gave us all his time, and he looked at literally every room, and we got down to the first floor, and he just said, there's one problem, it's not big enough. And thankfully, when we exit the building, he literally looked up and was like, hey, what's up with that building? And we're like, you know what, we know the owner, let's call him up. Literally, the guy answers his cell phone 5 minutes later. It's not listed or anything, we're in there. And about 10 minutes after that, he's like, I think this could work. And around 60 days later, they closed, and they started Brawley's Ace Hardware here in Jacksonville at the prime intersection.
Yeah.
So that was one where literally we reached out, started over coffee, walk over to the building, and that family's made an amazing investment here in the community. They've been received with open arms, and they're offering some products and services that weren't otherwise available, and so that's important. We really want to focus on making sure that the people of Jacksonville can get what they want here in Jacksonville. Hopefully not online, and hopefully not certainly by having to drive to another community. If you want to do that, nothing against you, right? But that costs time and that costs money. And so having the things that you need and hopefully most of what you want in your own community just really leads to quality of life. So it's a good time to be in Jacksonville. I didn't even mention we're doing a Parks and Rec master plan. There's just so many good things going on. I wish I could do this every day because I could fill up 30 minutes just telling about the good things my people do, the great decisions the city council makes, and candidly, we just don't do a good enough job letting people know. It's hard. You know, people are so busy. We don't often, you know, I've lived in communities, you know, my whole life, right? And I can count on one hand the times I've reached out to the city that I live in and asked them for something or want to get involved or go to a council meeting. I've never been to a council meeting that I wasn't paid to be at as some form of employee for a city. And I think that's the truth for most people. Yeah. It's just kind of like if my utilities at my home work and hopefully my road's passable, I'm not going to really reach out. And again, we have such a hardworking populace. There's not a lot of free time on their plates. They're pulled in so many directions, raising their kids and working hard to provide a living for their family. And so we want to kind of be that shadow that just is the wind in their sails. But when they do reach out with a problem or hopefully with a compliment even, we want to recognize that and act swiftly. Yeah.
Well, if you decide you want to do a show, I mean, I know a guy. So.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, final question here for you tonight, James. What makes you most proud to call Jacksonville home on nights like this?
Man, I mean, the Skyline, the Tomato Bowl, the historic Tomato Bowl, I think, as I hear it called every time. Of course, we got the Dave Campbell Award. So to be doing this the year after the announcement, or the year of, rather, the announcement, best high school football stadium in Texas, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I grew up in Southlake, Texas. They're pretty good at football. They have a pretty good stadium, but nothing like this. I mean, it may be a little newer, but it's nothing like this. The renovation the community bought into, around, I guess, about 6 years ago now, just top notch. The fact that we doubled down on this structure for this community, I think that echoes, and it's paid dividends. And certainly we've seen that in the Dave Campbell Football Award.
Yeah.
When I started in Jedco in 17, and it was in November. And so my first month or so, we hadn't found a home for the family yet. So they were still back in the Fort Worth area, and I was commuting, just on the weekends, of course. But my first Friday here in town was the last game at the Tomato Bowl before it closed for the renovation. Of course, we had that season where our home games were up in Tyler. And so I just came by myself. I'm like, I got to go see this thing. Everybody's talking about it. Of course, I could see it, but, I wanted to experience it. And I sat next to a well-beloved gentleman in the community named Frank Dublin. And I didn't know that at the time, and he's since passed, sadly. But, man, the things he was telling me about the community the entire time, I'm just listening to tomatoes and trains and warehouses. He gave me the whole landscape of this community. I probably would have got on the road a little bit early to head back to Fort Worth that night, but there was no doing that standing next to Frank. I think he gave me a T-shirt he caught out of the T-shirt cannon or the T-shirt throw, and that's something I'll never forget. But coming here, that always reminds me of that. And just the people of Jacksonville, such a special place to be. The best compliment, and I've said this before, so if you've heard it, excuse me, but the best compliment I've ever got since being the manager is somebody well-known in town came up to me and said, "We feel like we got a manager who's one of us." And I was like, that's perfect. That's all I need. I get paid every day to make the town that I raise my family in better, and that's the best job.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Man, well, James, it's always a pleasure to get to talk to you. So thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, guys. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Very excited to have you on tonight. So now let's send it over to hear from head coach Monte Stevenson on this week's Inside the Huddle, brought to you by All Smiles Dentistry.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Welcome to Inside the Huddle. I'm Matt Montgomery, along with Coach. This was just, again, another one of those ball games where you play a good quarter, you play a bad quarter, you play good. I mean, the second half, I know people don't look at it this way, but it was 21-14 White House in the second half, and they had all their ones in there. If you could play like that in the first half, what kind of difference would that have made?
Absolutely. It's a closer ball game, and then who knows what can happen towards the end. So the message is still the same. Still going to keep fighting. Still got to find a way to put together all four quarters.
And really, you have to appreciate the way that your team fought back in the second half, because, you're down, I think, 31-7 at the half. And, a lot of guys would fold their tents and head home, but you didn't. You came out, you ran the ball really well, which we'll see on the highlights here in just a moment. But you finished strong.
Absolutely. So, again, it's the same message. So our kids are starting to improve.
Coming up for the Varsity with a nice, strong 22-yard run.
He runs hard.
He runs kind of like Pacheco.
Yeah.
Just that angry type of runner. So here's another strong run by Caden for 13. Look at him carrying guys.
Absolutely. Strong kid.
And here's a huge run by your sophomore, Alex Polk, for 70. Look at that. It just opens up for him.
It's a nice run. Good vision, good eyes.
And here's Naraden with his first varsity touchdown. Good bounce.
Absolutely.
So, Coach, it's Marshall this week, back at Tomato Bowl. Marshall, a team that they've struggled scoring, and I almost hesitate to say that coming in, but they've scored one touchdown in the last 8 quarters. But you got to consider who they've played. It was Mount Pleasant and Texas High. Lost last week 14-0 to Texas High. You may be facing a bunch of angry Mavericks coming into Tomato Bowl.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm very familiar with the head coach. Had a chance to coach with him at Copper's Cove when he was the head coach there. his scheme has stayed the same. He's a very gap scheme guy, and it's still holding true. If we can be able to stop the run, you stop the power, you stop the counter. They love to run. Their quarterback, Alton Henderson, who can absolutely go. He makes that offense go. So if we can stop those things and we can contain 3, I mean, it should be a good game.
Yeah, defensively, though, it's still Marshall. I mean, they get to the ball. They're quick. They're fast. They're big up front. What will your offense have? What are you going to try to do offensively to attack their defense?
So much like last week and the weeks before that, whatever that defense is willing to give us. So I think our offense is starting to make some strides this past week. They've done a really good job of getting our kids in space. We've done a really good job of running the ball. Our biggest asset has been tempo this past few weeks. So not giving these guys an opportunity to line up, you snap the ball, you get the ball out to our guys in space, and you give the ball to your Caden Boyd, your Narraden, or your Peanut, and you catch these defenses off guard. So what they're willing to take, we're gonna take it to them.
Starting to see some offensive weapons develop. I mean, you mentioned, Caden, and then Raiden brought up, and of course Jordan's always going to be a weapon, and then Polk, your leading rusher. I mean, you got a pretty good bevy of guys that can run the ball back there.
Absolutely. So we got the running back by committee, and Polk is coming along strong, and we thought that he would this time of year. So now it's going to be, I think, an exciting week because you have these various backs that are proven they can either take it to the house or get a big gain. So now it's finding ways to put them in space. So I wouldn't doubt it if you saw one of those running backs, out at the slot receiver to create a mismatch. So they've done a really good job. Coach King and his staff is putting their heads together to find ways to put our kids in space.
The other thing, too, Coach, is that in the second half, in the first half, you really got behind the chains a lot on offense and you got yourself some third and longs. But second half, so much better. How important is that for your offense to have a good first down, to have a good second down so that you're not looking at 3rd and 11, 3rd and 14?
Sure. Once you get behind, the sticks, you really have to dig down in that playbook. You want to be able to manage the game. So it's very important to get what you need on those first downs. Because if not, like you just said, you're putting yourself behind the chains and you're putting yourself in a little bit of a bind. So it's very important to get those positive yards on first down.
Coach Thomas has kind of tinkered with his defense a little bit this year. Anything that we could see maybe tonight at Tomato Bowl differently defensively?
So you'll see multiple fronts, but I also think you'll see more 4 down than anything. We have some guys that were willing to move to different spots to make her a stronger defensive line. So you'll probably see more 4 down than 3.
Coach, talk about the keys to the game for you guys to get the win against Marshall.
So defensively, like I said, we got to stop number 3, or I say slow them down. They love to run the power counter. They're a very gap scheme heavy team. So if we can do what our jobs are, which is spilling on defense and making sure that we contain the outside, and then on our offense, if we can continue to do what we have been doing week in and week out, putting our guys in space and making sure we get in front of those chains and not behind them, it'll be a good night.
It's Jacksonville versus Marshall here at Tomato Bowl. Kickoff coming up at 7:30.
When we say we're with you, we mean we're with you for all of it. For the first steps, your third act, for the little wonders and big changes. We're with you for what if, and for making the what if happen. At Austin Bank, we help you up when you fall, cheer you on when you succeed, and stand with you for the rest. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
The historic Tomato Bowl downtown Jacksonville, and we are about 10 minutes out from kickoff. Thank you for joining us on our countdown to kickoff, once again brought to you by our good friends Gene Brumbelow and Ann Farmer of the South Jackson Dairy Queen. And did they say we're having a national anthem?
Yes, here we go. Jacksonville High School Band with the playing of the national anthem as Jacksonville about to tee it up with the Marshall Mavericks coming into this ballgame. Marshall 4-2. Had a rough couple of weeks offensively. Hey, haven't scored a touchdown in a couple of weeks, so you know their offense is really hungry. They actually split those two games. They won on a defensive touchdown, 7-3 over Mount Pleasant 2 weeks ago, and then last week Texas High beat Marshall 14-0. Jacksonville, on the other hand, obviously still looking for their first win. They got their work cut out for them tonight. As you said, Ryan, the Fighting Indians entering a tough stretch here this season, the last three ball games against arguably the best three teams in the district.
I mean, yeah, you look at it before the season really even started, and you probably could have had these three circled as the toughest games without, any data from this season. I mean, that's kind of how it's been in the past. I know Marshall and Texas High, I think, actually kind of knocked each other out of the playoffs last year, so, they're going to look to make another deep run this year. And, we're kind of thinking early in the season Mount Pleasant might not be all that good when they started out 0-4, but the teams that they have played are very good teams.
Yeah,
I think they were undefeated at one. All of them were undefeated at one point.
20-0
yeah.
with their opponents, and that's where Jacksonville is going to be headed next week to Mount Pleasant for that road game. And arguably the best defensive team in the district is Mount Pleasant. But tonight you're playing against a Marshall defense that they don't give up a lot of points either. And, they played Longview early in the year really well before losing that ball game. So this is a Marshall team that really feels like they can go 2 or 3 rounds deep in the playoffs. Like I said, they've hit a slump offensively as Jacksonville has won the toss, and the Fighting Indians will put the Marshall offense on the field first, led by their quarterback Alton Henderson, 2-year starter, 855 yards rushing through the first 7 games. And Marshall will be going from right to left as you watch our ball game here on JSDLive.com. Captain's now shaking hands. Fighting Indians in all blue tonight, Ryan.
They
Looking
are.
good.
Yep, all blue. Got the headdress helmet on, blue jerseys, blue pants. It's a good look for the Tribe.
So Jacksonville, again, looking for their first win. And as I said, the Marshall Mavericks, they're trying to wrap up a playoff spot tonight by getting the win here at Tomato Bowl.
Man, I think we're going to get started about 5 minutes early is what it's looking
We did
like.
that a few weeks ago.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that ever happening in a past season that I've been doing this.
Man. So Doug Johnson, the sophomore, dropping back for the Mavericks, along with Jacoby Christopher.
Hayden Green and number 22, Doug Johnson. Number 13, Davian Tavera, set to kick off for the Fighting Indians.
Great night for football, and it's October the 17th, and this is the time of year where it starts getting kind of cool at night. Well, tonight, it's got kind of a warm fall so far, Ryan. It's going to cool off Sunday, but not tonight.
I'll tell you what, it was cooler out on the balcony during pregame while we were actually out there on the air than it was about an hour or so before that because it was hot.
Hot for October 17 for sure. So Jacksonville's got the ball teed up. It's KC kicking off. Glad you're with us here on JSDLive.com. Jacksonville versus Marshall. And here's Ryan Travis.
Kickoff's brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. This one booted deep right by KC, fielded inside the Marshall 20 by number 22, Doug Johnson, and he's brought down just across the Marshall 30-yard line.
The Fighting Indians have had some pretty good first quarters, even though they're 0-7 coming into this ball game. It's that second quarter that's been really hurting Jacksonville. Let's see if by deferring, if Jacksonville can flip that here. We'll get the ball to start the second half, but Marshall with his multiple offense they run. Not much of a passing team, as I mentioned. Henderson, the leading rusher, he's the quarterback. He's only thrown 2 touchdown passes against 1 interception. So this is clearly a team that they like to tee it up and they like to run right at you.
Henderson going to hand this one off on 1st and 10. This is to Denijah Montgomery. Breaks a couple tackles, big burst of speed, and he will pick up a first down and move it across midfield.
Yeah, Montgomery's the second leading rusher for the Mavs with 3:57 coming into the ball game. By the way, Isaac Thomas, the Jacksonville defensive coordinator, he coached at Marshall, and he was just telling me that a lot of these young men that are seniors in this class, including the quarterback, Henderson, that's when Coach Thomas was at Marshall when those guys were freshmen, and he said it is amazing to see their growth. Now he's having to defend against them.
Yes, he is. 1st and 10 for the Mavs. They push it into Jacksonville territory. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff going to go to Montgomery. Once again, goes up the middle and will pick up another first down and move it across the Jacksonville 35.
Well, Jacksonville has seen some pretty large offensive lines this year, but 79, Eric Perkins, 6'4", 323. That's a big dude.
That is a big dude.
I mean, he's in high school. He's a senior. And I see a couple of other 300-pounders as well.
So 1st and 10, once again for the Mavericks, this time from the Jacksonville 34-yard line. Handoff going to go this time to Doug Johnson. Goes up the middle, and 3 plays and 3 first down here for the Mavericks to start the game.
Yeah, Johnson, the sophomore who returned the kickoff, had a pretty big burst right there, as you said. 3 plays, 3 first downs, running between the tackles of Jacksonville, and they are just gashing the Jacksonville defensive front. I mean, it's that second level where the tackles are being made, and when I mean second level, I'm saying the secondary's having to come up and make the tackles on those first 3 plays. That's not a good look.
1st and 10 for the Mavs inside the Jacksonville 25 this time. Handoff going to go to Johnson once again. Can't get to the edge, and he slips and is brought down for a gain of 1. Bring up 2nd down and 9.
Good job by Glidewell coming up to the varsity and doing a nice job there, sealing the edge and forcing Johnson to turn the corner a little bit too quickly, lost his footing, gains a yard. Opening drive, Marshall started at their own 32, have it all the way down to the Jacksonville 21.
Johnson in the backfield with Alton Henderson. Looks like a false start going to go against Marshall, so that should back him up 5.
Yep. 2nd and 14 now for the Mavs.
Kind of looked like everyone except the offensive line was ready to go, or maybe just the center.
Yeah.
Just didn't snap the ball. Everyone moved, and that'll back them up 5.
I heard an NFL official last Sunday say everybody moved but the center.
That's about what that looked like.
That's how he called the penalty on. They didn't have an individual number. He just said everybody moved but the center.
I mean, that's about what that one looked like. So this is going to be Johnson once again in the backfield alongside Alton Henderson. And Henderson going to keep it himself this time. Makes a spin move, trying to fight for some yards, and he will get back the 5 that they just had on the penalty. So it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Penn in on the tackle, Victor Chavez as well, and leading tackler Elijah Benavides. Last week, Benavides had 11 solo tackles against White House. Had a big game, did Elijah, and they've moved him up front with that 3-4 look Jacksonville runs defensively. Elijah's moved from linebacker to the defensive front.
So 3rd down and 9 now for the Mavs. 2 receivers left. Johnson in the backfield. The handoff will go to him. Has a big hole up the middle. And the Marshall offensive line going to get a push, and they will pick up the 1st down and move it to the Jacksonville 10.
Yep, that's exactly what they designed that for, is just push. Yes, sir. Getting instructions from the officials there. No, you're good. You're good. Thank you. About where to stand on the field. I have a tendency to – I'm a creeper. I kind of creep toward the line of play. So 1st down for the Mavs, and they've actually, they dropped the chains. It's 1st and goal at the 10.
One receiver wide right. Henderson going to take the snap, takes off running.
Nice job.
And there is nowhere for him to go. He's going to lose a yard, and I believe that was –
there's a lot of guys. It was Penn, it was Glidewell, it was Chavez. I mean, there was
I think, was Calvin Boyd the first one there?
I think he was. First time we've called Calvin this year. This is his first action. The senior out with a leg injury all year long.
Yeah, I looked down at the roster and was like, did I get the number correct? We haven't seen Calvin in a long time.
Number 60. So you hadn't seen him since last year.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So he's in there, helps on the tackle. Loss of 3 on the play. I'll call it 2.5.
So 2nd and goal, this time from the Jacksonville 13. Henderson going to hand this one off to Johnson. Finds a hole and pushes this out to the Jacksonville 5. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. I think they're going to spot him at the 6.
Yeah, on this opening drive, Marshall's finding a lot of room between the tackles. Struggled when they go to the outside. The Indians are doing a nice seal job, turning them back in, and it's just between the tackles right now, and you would expect that with the size of this offensive line of the Marshall Mavericks. They're huge.
Yeah, they've got some size. Especially
that's 79.
79, Eric Perkins. Yeah, he's a big guy. Handoff goes to Johnson, still fighting for some yards, dives for the end zone. They're going to mark him just short, and it will be 4th and goal from the 1.
Now Malik will check in as Penn will check out, try to get a little bit more size in there for the push, because it looked like they had him at the 4, and Johnson spun out of that. So 4th and goal, the Mavs going for it with a little tush push right here. Yeah,
pretty good push there as Henderson takes the snap.
That's
and
as good as the Eagles
score.
do it. Yep, they look just like the Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody's doing that. Jacksonville did it against Nacogdoches very successfully. Why not? So Calvin Boyd signaling right now. He's going to stay in. Again, you gotta think, what kind of conditioning is is Calvin in? This is his first action of the year. I mean, he has not been able to work out because of his leg injury. Here's the extra point.
Extra points brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee, and this one from Jesus Grimaldo is up and good. Makes it a 7-0 game with 5:40 remaining in the first quarter. Take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Marshall gets out to an early 7-0 lead with 5:40 remaining in the first quarter, and Jesus Grimaldo has this one teed up to kick away for the Mavs.
It'll be Sally and Jordan McGowan back for Jacksonville.
High kick, deep left, fielded by McGowan. Jordan McGowan makes several guys miss, still on his feet, breaks a couple more tackles, finally brought down across the Jacksonville 30, but a heck of a return from Jordan McGowan.
Great effort, great block by Sally, who enabled him to get up the middle right there. The initial guy coming down was about to clobber Jordan, and Sally stepped right up and picked him off, and boy, Sally did the rest right there. Spinning, moving, twisting. Seems like it should be a better run back than that as far as where it is on the field.
Yeah.
It was a hard-fought, about a 20-yard return?
20, 25, something like that, yeah.
They'll start at their own 35 with Jacksonville.
Offside, kicking team. Be a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So they'll tack on 5.
Yeah, a little help there. It's going to push the ball out to the 40. So Jacksonville will start their first possession of the ball game on offense with a 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line, and we'll see what the Indians are able to do. And we talk about it all the time, Matt, how important it is to pick up this first down, and Jacksonville needs a chunk of yardage here on first.
Polk
trying to go up the middle, and there's nowhere to run.
And they just clogged it up. Haddon Hicks will check in at the H-back for Jacksonville. And they're calling for...
Yeah, and they've got some size on defense as well. Number 99, Breon Williams Jr., 6'2", 318 pounds.
Yeah,
he's going to be a force.
Yeah, I think him and Zero Richardson, 6 foot 236, are the two. They're the two guys up front that really make it hard for offenses.
So 2nd and 10, Clater going to fake the handoff, fires this one for Jordan McGowan. I think that one hit off his face mask, incomplete.
Yeah. See, that's the second one McGowan's dropped. You know, he had the drop last week, and then that one right there to start this game. I mean, that's a 6-yard pickup. I mean, you get yourself in 3rd and 4 right there. You make that catch, and as we talked about in pregame, behind the chains, opening drive, 3rd down 10 now.
3rd and 10, Polk alongside Trent Clater in the backfield. He will go in motion, make his way to the top of your screen. Empty backfield now for Trent. Finds a hole, trying to find McGowan again. That one incomplete off the hands of Jordan McGowan, and it will be 4th down and 10. And we will see KC in to punt this one away for his first punt of the season.
And you got to make that catch. I mean, that's 2 in a row for Jordan. He's a little frustrated right now. Chris Carpenter, the former Jacksonville all-star receiver, talking to him now, coaching him up. Like to see that. I don't think Jordan got his head around real quick. And boy, Trent can put some mustard on that. So here, as you said, here's KC Cardenas' first punt, I believe you're right, of the year. Dropping back for the Mavs will be Blanton Hale.
Good snap back from Toby. KC able to get that one off, but it was close. Marshall bringing the house. going to be returned out to about the Marshall 45, so they'll get about 10 yards on the return.
Ooh, that took forever for KC to get that ball
It did,
punted,
yeah.
didn't it?
You can tell that was his first punt of the season.
The Mavs were coming. They looked like they were trying to block it, but I don't know. It just looked like they just kind of pulled up at the end, and KC was able to get it away end over end, and good coverage by the Jacksonville punt return team.
Yeah, and it was a tough punt to handle as well for Blanton. Haley almost dropped it. I thought maybe we might have had a chance to get a fumble there. That would have been nice.
So Jacksonville changing their look a little bit up front with 4 guys in the box. 2 linebackers switching from 3-4 to 4-2 now. Unless you count Benavides. Yeah, he's on the line of scrimmage. 4-2 here.
Trips right for the Mavs on 1st and 10. Henderson going to fire this one far sideline, incomplete. Not able to connect with his receiver.
It's a dropsy first quarter so far as Ridge Martinez. This is a good pass by Henderson. He just had the catch for the first down. It would have been about a 13, 14-yard gain. Just drops it. So both teams, a couple of drop passes. 2nd down and 10 now for the Mavs. Again, they don't throw the ball a lot, and you saw why on that first drive. They're very good at running the football with that big line.
They are, yeah. They're very effective running the football, that is for sure. So 2nd down and 10, 2 receivers right, and I believe this is Doug Johnson. Actually, excuse me, that is Montgomery in the backfield. He will get the handoff. Big burst, picks up the first down, moves it inside the Jacksonville 45.
Boy, he is explosive. 5'7", 161, a junior. And, man, I thought Jacksonville kind of had him wrapped up the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden he pops out of there for 10 for a first down.
He's got quite the burst.
Yeah, I mean, it
seems like we've got him bottled up, and then all of a sudden he picks up another 10 yards.
Yep. Big pop. So as we go under 4 minutes in this first quarter, Marshall scores on their first drive. Jacksonville goes 3 and out. Not a good start for Jacksonville. Your offense has got to help your defense and keep them off the field. At least get a few first downs anyhow.
1st and 10. Once again, the handoff going to go to Montgomery. Keeps fighting for yards, and he will pick up another first down, 11-yard gain on that run.
Well, you don't like to see your secondary leading in tackling. So first down for the Mavs. Jacksonville 29.
1st and 10. Mavs will send 2 receivers out wide right.
34, excuse me.
Henderson going to go under center. Hands this one off to Montgomery. Big burst once again from him. He's going to pick up about 8 on first down. Bring 2nd and 2. And the ball moves to the Jacksonville 25.
Alex Polk, the sophomore leading rusher for Jacksonville, will check in for the Fighting Indians at safety for Samadric. So 2nd down, 3 for the Mavs. This is just a grinding type offense. I mean, they just control the football, keep it away from you.
They burn a lot of clock off the first quarter as well.
Yep.
Henderson drops back, going to fire this one to the corner of the end zone, and it is caught out of bounds by Jamarian Sparks.
They're still fighting for the ball, and it's the play's over. You can let go of the ball. I tell you, Jamarian Sparks was not going to let the ball go right there. Good coverage by Jacksonville's Kenyon Tilley, who had an interception last week against White House. Good coverage, ball just a little bit out of bounds, so 3rd down, 3. Let's see if Jacksonville's got some kind of a stop in mind here. Again, this Marshall offense has been stymied the last 2 weeks against arguably the best 2 defenses in the district, playing against arguably probably the worst defense in the district tonight in Jacksonville. 3rd down, 3.
Handoff going to go to Montgomery. finds a hole. He's pushed back, but they'll give him forward progress for a first down.
Yeah, good pursuit by Jacksonville right there. Parker Jones comes up and makes the tackle, but not before Montgomery gets the first down for the Mavs.
First and 10 from the Jacksonville 23-yard line for the Marshall Mavericks.
So Marshall not doing anything that we didn't expect them to do. Just line up and run right at you, say, hey, you got to stop us. And so far, Jacksonville's had its moments defensively in this first quarter, but it's been all Marshall.
Henderson hands this one off. Montgomery once again, big hole. A big burst from Montgomery, picks up 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Yeah, they haven't really done anything we didn't expect. We expected them to run the ball a lot. I think the most surprising thing is how much they've handed it off to the running backs, considering how many more yards that Alton Henderson had coming into the game.
Yeah, I just felt like head coach Jason Hamill felt like coming in the game that he did not have to have his quarterback, the leading rusher, make the plays. Let's rely on our running backs against Jacksonville and see if we can protect him for later on down the road. I mean, that's what it looks like. They're just not running him.
2 receivers each way. Henderson going to fire this one over the head of his intended target, Russell Crawford.
See, the thing that Marshall's done in this first quarter is they have been putting themselves in several 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1, 2nd and 4, and that's what allows them to take those shots into the end zone. But to Jacksonville's credit, they've played pretty good back there. It's 3rd and 1. Calvin Boyd will check back into the ball game for Jacksonville, again seeing his first act. I'm just glad Calvin's getting to play his senior year. I mean, he was one of the guys, 3-year starter. Hurt his leg, played half a scrimmage, has been out since. Tonight's his first action.
Handoff going to go to Montgomery once again. Get some good blocks around the right side.
Ball's
I think
out.
the ball came out.
Let's see. Jacksonville football.
Big turnover there
It's
for
Glidewell.
the Jacksonville defense.
Glidewell gets the recovery. Andrew Glidewell with the fumble recovery for Jacksonville. So Fighting Indians get the first takeaway at their own 11-yard line.
And Andrew Glidewell just got pulled up to varsity this week. Is that correct?
I think he may have been on the varsity. He just hasn't been seeing a lot of snaps until tonight. So Jacksonville now will bring out Ben Bolton at quarterback, and he'll be joined by Polk in the backfield. So a little switch right here as Bolton and Trent have both been playing a lot of quarterback each this year. We've seen more of Trent the last couple of ball games, though.
1st and 10 from Jacksonville 10-yard line after the fumble. Handoff on 1st down. Going to go to Polk, and there's nowhere for him to run.
Just zero push by the Jacksonville offensive line. I mean, I hate to use the word overwhelmed. That seems extreme, but that's certainly what.
That's what it looks like.
That's what that's the 4th offensive play for Jacksonville, including one of those was a punt, and 3 offensive plays gone nowhere.
And I think probably going to let the quarter run out as we tick near 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So while the teams swap ends at the end of the first, Marshall leads Jacksonville 7-0. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off in your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
When we say we're with you, we mean we're with you for all of it. For the first steps, your third act, for the little wonders and big changes. We're with you for what if, and for making the what if happen. At Austin Bank, we help you up when you fall, cheer you on when you succeed, and stand with you for the rest. Austin Bank, with you for good.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel in Jacksonville today.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl for the beginning of the second quarter. Jacksonville has a second down and 12. And Trent Clater back in at quarterback, fires this one near sideline. It is caught by Dalen Sally, and he picks up the EAG Ford first down.
Boy, what a frozen rope thrown by Trent Clater. Wow, and a nice route by Sally with the catch for the first down. Oh, wow.
Jacksonville trying to move quickly. Ball was not snapped. Jacksonville
well,
called for a false start.
Jacksonville had a little special gadget play right there as it got called for procedure. Ben Bolton's way over there in the slot. He immediately took off and stood back, and Trent was going to throw it to him, and Ben was clearly going to throw it downfield. So that may be out the door now. Now they still have Ben out there. It's trips right on 1st and 15. See if they try that again.
Clater fires this one, caught by McGowan.
Hey, there's that slant route we talked about.
He'll pick up 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good-looking throw there from Trent.
Well, if you just don't, get the penalty and get behind the chain 2nd and 15, I mean, it would be 2nd and 6 now. So there you go.
Yes, it would be. 2nd down and 11.
Now
and
we got
another flag come in.
Oh, wow.
This is going to be another false start.
I think it's Sally.
On the offense.
Yeah, he took off. He took off before the ball was snapped. I mean, that is just an absolute 100% no-no if you're a receiver. You're not even involved in the play. It was a handoff. But he made a great catch a minute ago.
He did. Yeah.
Right, I'll give
Picked
him
up
that.
first down.
Yep.
So after the penalty, it's going to be 2nd down and 16. Trent Clater going to drop back, looking to the near sideline, going to fire this one, trying to find C.J. Sally, and it is off his hands, incomplete.
Ooh, I think
that one had some heat on it.
Yep. And Clater had some green turf in front of him. He probably could have picked up 8, 9, maybe 10 yards and made it a more reasonable 3rd down here. Now it's 3rd down 17. And he just decided to whip it between 2 defenders. They got to be careful about that. There's some athletes on this defensive side of the ball for Marshall. They'll pick you off in a hurry.
Polk in the backfield with Clater, 2 receivers each way, 3rd down and long. Polk going to go out in the flat. Clater trying to find somewhere to go. Going to keep it himself, goes up the middle, and he will be met. It'll be 4th down and about 7.
See, that's what I saw a moment ago.
There's a pretty good spot there. I think it's going to be about 4th and 5.
Yeah, that's what I saw a minute ago that I thought he could have done. And Jacksonville on 4th and 5 right here. Let's see if they're going to try to draw him off. They kept their offense on the field, did Jacksonville. You don't see KC coming out to punt. Let's see if they try to draw him. Or if they're actually going to run on 4th and 5 at their own, 27.
Jacksonville trying to draw him off sides, but we have another play being called here, so I'm pretty sure Jacksonville's going for this. Unless they decide to call a timeout. There's 10 seconds left on the play clock. Clater gets the snap, fires this one over, off the hands, incomplete, intended for Jordan McGowan.
Oh, wow, here we go.
There is a flag that comes in late.
Yeah, we got a little scuffle out here. It's number 0. Brandon Richardson did not like something, and the flag came in. I think they're going to get Richardson of Marshall. And, I mean, I've been seeing some after-play stuff with him and some other Jacksonville offensive linemen, and I think they finally got him. So hopefully that's not going to be offsetting, because Richardson clearly was the aggressor right there when the official threw the flag. Now, if they say, well, Jacksonville came in and did this and did that, come on. Another catchable ball, guys, that Trent delivered perfectly. Would have been a little bit short of the first down. McGowan would have had to skip up the field a little bit. I'm not sure he would have got that first down. It was close.
He would have been really close, I think.
Would have been really close. So here's the call by the official.
The result of the play is a fourth down that did not meet the line to gain. So it will be first down and 10, Marshall. After the play was over, offsetting unsportsmanlike
Oh, come on.
Number 0, Marshall. Number 77, Jacksonville. Both of those are their first unsportsmanlike conduct towards disqualification.
Can I tell you how much disdain I have for those? I mean, those are just penalty.
For the personal foul or for the offsetting?
Offsetting.
Okay.
The offsetting.
Is ridiculous.
I mean, Zero he was not happy because Josiah Wallace was blocking him a certain way, and he just hauled off and slugged him, and Josiah just kind of stood there toe-to-toe with him and he didn't swing, and they call it offsetting. I ain't digging that. That is just rough.
Jacksonville going to take their first time out, and we will take it with them.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel in Jacksonville today.
Ready to hit the road in a brand new Ford? From dependable trucks to family-friendly SUVs, we've got the right ride for every road ahead. Drive home today with unbeatable savings and award-winning service only at EAG Ford Jacksonville, your hometown Ford dealer.
We'd like to thank this week's team meal sponsor, the East Rusk Dairy Queen across from the Tomato Bowl. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off in your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl out of the Jacksonville timeout. Marshall has a first down and 10 from the Jacksonville 27-yard line. Henderson going to hand this one off. This one goes to number 5, Ashton Sparks.
Handoff goes to
And
number
a pretty
5,
good run
Ashton
from
Sparks.
him, picks up 8.
Brought down by number 60, Calvin Boyd.
Well,
Gain of about 8.
it's almost like Jacksonville just kind of catches the running back. Okay, like he gets through the initial line, and then you're just sitting there waiting for him at linebacker, and the secondary, you just catch the running back. Here he comes. He's right here. This odd offensive line for Marshall is dominating this first half so far. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 2.
2, excuse me. They gained 8.
They gained 8,
They gained 8. 2nd and 2, excuse me.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Marshall on 2nd down and 2. Handoff going to go to Sparks once again. Good burst from him. Picks up the first down and pushes it inside the Jacksonville 15.
I like the move there by Samadra Kincaid, the senior for Jacksonville, trying to rip the ball away as Glidewell had him wrapped up. And here comes Samadra to try to strip it. Doesn't happen. First down Marshall to Jacksonville 13. We'll go under 9 minutes here with the Mavs up 7-0. This is around this area on the other side of the field where Marshall fumbled. Let's see if Jacksonville can create a turnover here.
Marshall shuffling the offensive lineman around. First down and 10. Handoff going to go to Sparks. Once again, bounces off a tackle, and he is in for the touchdown.
So Ashton Sparks, the 5'9", 191-pound senior, just powers his way in from 13 to give the Mavs their second score, 13-0. Mavs now will bring out their kicker, number 36, Jesus Grimaldo, the senior, 3-year starter at kicker. You saw his kickoff earlier, didn't you? He's a banger. This kid might kick in college. I remember him as a sophomore. He was a dude.
Grimaldo in to attempt the extra point, and it is good. Extra points brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. Makes this a 14-0 game with 8:34 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
This glorious Whataburger is yours. A few minutes ago, it didn't even exist. Why? Because every Whataburger is 100% fresh beef and made to order. That means we didn't start cooking it until this exact moment, right here, when you ordered it into existence. Whataburger, just like you like it.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Jesus Grimaldo has this one teed up as Marshall has made this a 14-0 game.
Sally McGowan back deep for Jacksonville.
Grimaldo going to boot this one deep left. It's going to be fielded about the 6 by Jordan McGowan. McGowan trying to make something out of this return, still breaking some tackles, and gets out near the 20-yard line.
Tough run by McGowan. First kickoff return was pretty impressive. This one not
number 1, Jordan McGowan.
Given the coverage by Marshall right there, that was a pretty impressive, about 11-yard return.
Yeah, because they had him wrapped up about the 12, 13, I think.
Yeah.
And he broke a tackle and picked up another 5.
So Jacksonville, I think, 1 first down offensively so far in this first half. As Bolton will stay in the game in the slot at receiver, and it'll be Trent with Alex in the backfield.
2 receivers each way for the Indians on 1st and 10. Clater going to hand this one off to Polk. Bounces off a tackle, finds a little bit of wiggle room, and he will pick up 6 on 1st down.
That's the first time that Jacksonville's been able to break a run, and that was because Alex Polk made that little inside-out move and caused the defensive end to miss, and he gets up the field for 6.
Gain of about 6, be 2nd down 4.
And I think probably one of the first positive first down plays that Jacksonville has had as well. So 2nd down and 4. This one going to go to Polk again. He gets out near 1st down yards. I think he's going to be a yard short.
Just a little short, and here comes the hammer. Raiden Hawkins will check in at running back.
2 yards, brings up 3rd down 2.
Just up from the Varsity, his 3rd game. Had the touchdown last week against White House. I'm sure he's going to get the ball right here.
2 receivers each way. Once again, Clater going to hand this one off to Raiden Hawkins. Goes up the middle, and he will pick up the EAG Ford 1st down.
Yeah, that's why he came in the game. He has such a burst, and then he has such a heavy lean.
Picks up enough for a Jacksonville 1st down.
They'll keep Hawkins in the game.
1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
Haven't seen Caden Boyd yet.
Trips right, 1 left. Trent fires this one on a little slant route to Jordan McGowan. It is caught, and he will pick up another EAG Ford 1st down.
Yeah, nice throw by Trent, right where you want to put it, away from the linebacker and low, and Jordan goes down and gets it. And then after he catches it, he does what he does so well. That's run after the catch for an extra 7 or 8 yards for the 1st down.
Trips left for the Indians. Trent trying to find someone to throw it to. Fires it for Ben Bolton.
Behind him.
Just a little behind him. Can't haul it in, and it will be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
You know, Ben Bolton may have the best hands on the team. Been in the quarterback position. They've got him at receiver now, and that time him and Trent almost connected a little bit behind him.
I think if he could have just got a little more of a hand on it, he probably hauls that one in. Trent fires this one. Bubba Suarez-Mosley, that ball is immediately broken up as he is hit.
Is it incomplete or is it a fumble? They're going to call that a fumble.
They're going to call that a fumble.
A catch and a fumble. Wait a minute. Did he catch it? It's so far away from me. Let's see if the replay.
He caught it and took a step maybe before that ball came out. It's real close on that one. It probably could go either way.
Well, not a lot of argument from the Jacksonville coaching staff, so apparently they had a better angle than I did.
No, I mean, it was a pretty good job from the Marshall defense, just putting a helmet on the ball immediately. So that one pops out. Jacksonville turns the ball over, and Marshall will have 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 38-yard line.
Both teams now with one fumble lost.
Flag comes in before the snap.
Flag on the play.
Head linesman coming to talk to the white hat now. And
is it just me, or is the scoreboard like extra loud tonight?
It is. It's louder.
On the offense.
Encroachment.
Number 50 lined up in the neutral zone. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down, or 1st down.
I mean, it sounds like Don Couples is standing next to me talking. It is so clear coming through your microphone.
It's pretty loud. So encroachment on the offense. You don't see that call a lot. That's just an offensive lineman just lined up in the neutral zone. He just was sticking that head just out just a little bit too far past that line of scrimmage. So 1st and 15 now, pushes the ball back to the Jacksonville 44.
One receiver each way. Montgomery, actually, excuse me, that is Johnson.
Oh, look at this.
And the ball finds the hands of Alton Henderson. Once again, a huge loss on the play. Thought maybe there was a chance for Jacksonville to recover that one for a second. And there is a flag that comes in late as well, so we'll see what that penalty is going to be.
I just hope that's not Jacksonville hitting late right there. It looked like it was. After, a huge loss, and it looked like somebody came in late for Jacksonville and popped somebody after the whistle. Oh, come on.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask.
Number 5 in the defense.
They're going to get Glidewell for the face mask. So I saw Henderson's legs just came out from under him, and from where I was standing, it looked like his head got pulled back. But I saw a later hit later on. Maybe they just didn't call that one. But it's a face mask, automatic 1st down. Again, another one of those plays that happens sometimes with an 0-17 that just you make a great play that gets negated by a mistake.
And that's a penalty from the previous spot, so that's going to give Marshall a 1st down inside the Jacksonville 30. Trips right for the Mavs. This is Montgomery in the backfield with Henderson. Henderson going to roll out, finds the hands of Montgomery, and will pick up about 5 on 1st down.
Little short flat pass. Really wanted to go downfield to Jamarian Sparks, who he targeted in the end zone earlier when he was out of bounds. Just checked it down to Montgomery for the 5-yard gain. I'll call it 4, actually. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Henderson hands this one off to Montgomery once again, goes up the middle, picks up a decent chunk of yardage, and he will be about 2 yards short of the 1st down, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 from the Jacksonville 20-yard line with 5:50 and counting remaining in the first half.
4 yards, brings up 3rd down 2.
So let's see, we got a sideline warning on Jacksonville. Yep. The officials really want you to stay. I mean, they told me earlier, stay behind this gray line, sir. They do not want you close to the field. And another point of emphasis is we've seen referees get injured that way. Too many people close to the sidelines. You got to let them do their job.
Yeah, and a lot of times the referees are running down the sideline, not really looking where they're going, trying to watch the play. Henderson going to find Montgomery. He is wrapped up.
Nice tackle. Who is that? Way to wrap up. That's big Calvin. Calvin Boyd slid out there, and he's one-on-one with Denige Montgomery.
Oh, I thought that was Jordan McGowan that wrapped him up by the ankle.
All right, then maybe that was.
4th down 7 for the Mavericks.
All right, maybe the big fella Calvin Boyd came out and helped. I saw him getting up on top.
Maybe so. I know. I'm pretty sure Jordan had him around the ankles and kind of slowed him up, but Calvin may have made the hit.
4th down, they're going for it.
2 receivers right, 1 left for the Mavericks on 4th down, and they will take a timeout.
Trying to draw Jacksonville off.
Yes, they were, and we will take it with them.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Coming out of the Marshall timeout, they have a 4th down and 7 from the Jacksonville 25. Henderson, lots of pressure going to be brought down.
Oh, no.
We're going to have another face mask.
You
I
have got
think.
to be kidding me.
Flag on the play.
Does Henderson's face mask have a magnet on it or something? I mean, oh, what a play by Massenberg and company. Of course, the helmet came off and went about 10 yards back. Oh,
Yeah, I think they're going to get Malik for a face mask. Man, that was such a great play as well. Him and Andrew Glidewell back there.
2 in a row. Massive plays.
Face mask, number 0.
Oh, my goodness.
It'll be penalized half the distance from the previous spot. First down.
Incredible. I mean, you can't argue with the call. Henderson's face mask, a helmet, I should say, came off.
Number 3 may remain in the game.
So the rule is if you lose your helmet and it's caused by the defense, you can stay in the game, and that's the case the official was just announcing with the quarterback, Alton Henderson. Look at him rolling his neck. I mean, that was a pretty good yank of the face mask there by Malik, and it's going to give Marshall a 1st down at the Jacksonville 13. Gosh, 2 times you could have gone off the field and 2 face mask penalties.
Clock's going to tick near 4:15. The handoff goes to Montgomery up the middle. He will be stopped just short of the goal line, but I think it's going to be 1st down and goal.
Yeah, it is.
21, Denna J. Montgomery.
I mean, you think about that. Your offense is going to get the ball with 4 minutes to go plus at the 50 or close to it with a chance to cut it to maybe 1 score. Now you may be down by 3 scores here.
This handoff.
And you
going to go up the middle with Montgomery, and he will score.
Man, there's a lot of shoving after the play by guys, and it's just I'm seeing Marshall doing it, guys. I'm not being a homer here, but Marshall's just bullying. I mean, the play's over, and they just kind of little chip shot, little flipper with your elbow just kind of up in the chin, and Jacksonville responds to it, and that's what you can't do. I mean, but it's hard to walk away when a guy's sitting there shoving his elbow in your throat after the play.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the score, we have offsetting.
See, here we go, offsetting.
That's unnecessary roughness.
Come on.
Number 5, white. Number 9, blue.
I just don't know the rules well enough to understand that. I mean,
correction, 9 white, 5 blue.
So if you instigate it, all you got to hope for is the guy's going to retaliate, which a lot of times
apparently, yeah.
kids will do that. And so if you retaliate, I don't know, maybe you're supposed to throw your hands up and turn around and say, hey, ref, he just elbowed me in the throat. I don't know. It's hard to ask a 16, 17-year-old kid to just to not react at all.
Yeah.
Maybe you practice that. Maybe you just get somebody to elbow you in the throat and practice so you don't respond. I don't know.
Just all right, work guys, on that throughout the week.
We're going to work on not getting a personal foul after somebody cheap shots you after the play. It's crazy. Just crazy. Is that the 3rd one tonight? No, it's the 2nd one. They did that.
So Jesus Grimaldo in to attempt the extra point. Extra point's brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. And this one from Grimaldo is up and good. Makes this a 21-0 game with 3:45 remaining in the second quarter. Take a short break and come right back.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel for an auto quote today.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Marshall has pushed this out to a 21-0 game with 3:45 remaining in the second quarter. Jesus Grimaldo going to boot this one deep middle.
Jordan.
It's going to be fielded by Jordan McGowan. Has some room to run. Pushes this one over to the near sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds at the Jacksonville 32-yard line.
I don't know why these teams continuously kick the ball off the Jordan McGowan. I mean, his kick return yardage is pretty impressive. And he's had a lot of practice at it this year with all the scores that teams have put up. But they just keep kicking it to him, and he keeps, having the big returns. So I'm glad. So Jacksonville first down with 3:36 remaining. The Fighting Indians have 2 timeouts remaining, as do the Mavs. It'll be Trent still in at quarterback. Splitting as a wideout now on the line of scrimmage is Bolton, McGowan in the slot.
2 receivers each way. Clater going to hand this one off to Hawkins, trying to go up the middle, immediately met after he picks up a yard.
Handoff goes to number 1.
Man, and it looked like Naraden Hawkins hit a brick wall.
I mean, Zero is just trying to mouth and fight. Look at him. He's still talking to Jacksonville, Mr. Official. They're going to pull him out, too, and he needs to be. Look at him taking his helmet off. He would not play for me the rest of the night. That's just me, and there's the flag. I love it. The official finally calls it on Zero of Marshall. Just really poor sportsmanship by that young man. I hate that because he's such a great player. I mean, he's one of their best defensive players. But he's obviously riled up about something tonight at Tomato Bowl. And the refs just flagged him. Dead ball. Foul.
Kind of curious what they're going to get him for here.
Well, he
took his helmet off before he got to the sideline. He's yelling. I mean, there's probably a number of things that you could call.
Yeah, well, the referee was about 10 yards behind him, and he's the one that threw the flag. And I think the kid was using some foul language because he was doing his head back and forth and saying a lot of things. The coaches from Marshall did a great job.
Defense. Number 0 removed his helmet before he left the field.
That's what he did. He removed his helmet. Okay, but they didn't call it. He removed his helmet like 10 yards before that.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he walked a good 10 yards before they threw the flag.
Yeah, that's not a fortunate call for Jacksonville because, it gives them 5 yards, but it very well could have been much a larger, more effective penalty.
Hawkins.
Handoff goes to Naraden Hawkins up the middle, and he has a good burst, pushes out to the 45 for an EAG Ford first down.
Yeah, and I can't read lips, but I think number 0 was also doing a lot of trash talking, too. That may have helped that flag come out. First down, Jacksonville with the Hawkins run.
Two receivers each way on 1st and 10 for the Indians. Clater going to drop back, trying to fire this one downfield. There's not much there. Still scrambling around is Trent Clater.
Got a flag down.
And he will finally pitch this one for Raiden Hawkins, and he cannot bring it in. Incomplete.
Jugs machine. 2 words. Jugs machine. Got to catch the ball, man.
Well,
it was going to come back anyway.
It probably would have, but if he'd caught it, he probably could have run for at least another 5 or 10 yards. There was no one around him.
Hands to the face on Marshall. 95 defense. 96 defense. Tupac.
I think
that's his name.
It may have been 90. I think he said 99.
99. That's what it was. Breon Williams is the one guilty of hands to the face.
They do have a guy named Tupac, though.
They do.
That's crazy.
Tupac Holmes, yeah. And they got a LeBron.
Trips right, 1 left. 1st and 10 after the penalty for Jacksonville. Clater fires this one. Bubba Suarez-Mosley makes the grab out near first down yardage, and he will pick up another EAG Ford first down.
I mean, that's just the pitch and catch that you want to see Jacksonville do when they give it to you on the slant. Mosley with a catch, first down. Jacksonville's got something going here.
2 receivers each way. Raiden Hawkins gets the handoff, but there is a flag, and it looks like it will be false start on Jacksonville.
They got Ben. So that's 2 procedure penalties on your receivers. Not supposed to happen. So 1st and 15. Clock will be turned back on. We'll go under 2 minutes.
Yeah, we should have a 2-minute timeout here, and
that's
it
what we're
looks
gonna
like referee is going to call it. So
I forgot about that.
While we have the 2-minute timeout, we'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs. Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl, coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Marshall leads Jacksonville 21-0, and Jacksonville has a 1st and 15 from the 35-yard line of Marshall. Clater fires this one near sideline. It is caught.
What a catch by Bubba.
By Bubba Suarez-Mosley, so he will get almost all of that false start yardage back, and it will be 2nd down and 11.
Gain of about 4 yards.
Jacksonville up-tempo here.
Handoff going to go to Raiden Hawkins, trying to go up the middle. There's nothing there. Met by Breon Williams.
Throw the flag.
Brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Can't taunt like that, Breon.
Brings up 3rd down.
They allowed it.
Yeah,
Jacksonville's going to call timeout.
They are going to take a timeout, and we will take it with them.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 1:34 remaining in the first half, and Jacksonville has a 3rd down and 11.
Okay, watch this here.
Caden Boyd in the backfield with Trent, and Trent Not able to connect on the pass, trying to get that one out for Jordan McGowan. So it'll be 4th down and 11.
That is such a long throw down the line of scrimmage that we talked about in pregame that, man, you got to be so careful. Fortunately, it was way underthrown. Marshall was coming. I mean, that's a pick six all over it if you don't get it. Unfortunately, it was just a badly thrown ball and nobody could get it. So 4th down and 11, Jacksonville going for it here. The Marshall 32.
2 receivers each way. Caden Boyd in the backfield with Trent Clater on 4th down and 11. Now Boyd going to go out wide. Clater looking to fire this one downfield. Gets it off, and it is broken up. It's a turnover on downs for the Indians.
Trying to hit Bubba across the middle. Ball hit him in. Mavericks helped separate him from the ball, but another catchable ball. Trent's on tonight. Trent's throwing some really good footballs, except for that previous play when he skipped it, which I don't like that one anyway. But
yeah, it's such a long throw.
It is, and you send the lineman out, and it's just awkward. And I mean, I'm not being critical. I'm just saying it's just not one of my favorite plays. That's all I'm saying. And I haven't seen it work yet.
I think it worked once.
Maybe.
And
for
that's
what,
probably
5 yards maybe?
No, I think we picked up a 1st down with it, but I mean that's one out of like the 8 times that we've run it that it's actually worked.
Well, now you got to be ready because Marshall's going to put up another score if you don't play defense.
Henderson fires that one out to their sideline, and it is caught by Aiden Green, who picks up the 1st down.
So if you're Jacksonville, you don't want to play too soft right here. That was an underneath pass that went for big yardage.
Yep, nearing 1 minute remaining in the first half. Henderson going to drop back, fire this one way downfield. High ball, lots of air under it. And
no
it is
way.
Incomplete, but they are going to call pass interference here, I think, on Jacksonville.
The penalties are incredible tonight.
Pass interference. Defense number 16.
Did you see that? Did he put his hands on him and push him?
He did.
He did?
Yeah.
I got blinded by, I'm on the sideline here, and I couldn't see it.
You weren't looking at that one because there was no question.
Yeah.
No attempt to look back. He just ran and put both hands on it.
Jacksonville 39-yard line.
56 seconds right here. Plenty of time for Marshall. Boy, if you're Jacksonville defensive, man, you just don't want to. You don't want to go down 28-0 at the half, man. These second quarters have been killers.
First and 10 for the Mavs. Henderson looking to get this one away, and he is
sacked,
smoked by Victor Chavez.
Well, and Calvin Boyd also there, and then Chavez finishes him off. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 when we come back after this Marshall Mavericks timeout.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off with your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
When we say we're with you, we mean we're with you for all of it. For the first steps, your third act, for the little wonders and big changes. We're with you for what if, and for making the what if happen. At Austin Bank, we help you up when you fall, cheer you on when you succeed, and stand with you for the rest. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. 47 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd down and long after the Marshall timeout. Henderson going to roll to his right, fires this one downfield, and it is caught by Jamarian Sparks, and he is in for the touchdown.
Beats Kenyon Tilley on the fake post to the flag route. I mean, a nice route run by Sparks. I mean, he faked like he was running the post, and he went back to the outside, and Kenyon Tilley just could not catch up with him as he went to the corner. Hits the pylon after the catch for the score.
Grimaldo in to attempt the extra point. Extra points brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee, and this one from Grimaldo is up and good. Makes this a 28-0 game, 36 seconds remaining here in the first half. Take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
We'd like to thank this week's team meal sponsor, the East Rusk Dairy Queen across from the Tomato Bowl. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off with your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel in Jacksonville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm. Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. 36 seconds remaining here in the first half. Grimaldo going to boot this one, and it will hit in the end zone and bounce.
Ooh, that's close.
How close
back.
was that, Ryan?
That was inches from being
Man.
really bad for Jacksonville.
I think Jordan gave up a little bit too quickly on that one. Oh. I mean, I think the front of the ball hit the blue.
Yeah, you can't cut that one much closer than they did.
The nose of the ball hit the blue and then came back out. And Jordan was thinking, I knew that all along. I knew it was going to do that. So it's Hawkins in the backfield with Trent with 36 seconds remaining.
First and 10 for Jacksonville.
Free play. Oh. Oh, why are they stopping it?
Flag on the play.
Did we move?
Are they going to get Jacksonville for the movement? That's got offsides against Marshall. The contact. So if you make contact, that kills the play.
The clock will start on the snap.
Okay.
What do I know? The officials know what they're doing. Contact kills the play. First and 5.
First down and 5. This time from the Jacksonville 30. 35 seconds. Clater trying to find somebody to throw to.
Oh, why'd you run there?
Dragged down from behind. He'll gain 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 4, but Jacksonville needs to hurry as there are 20 seconds remaining.
Trent ran to the one spot where number 99 could grab him. I mean, there's no way that guy's going to get Trent if Trent just keeps running to the outside. He ran back to the inside. Oh, thank you. And just grabs him. This will be the last play of the first half, I thought.
False start on Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think Saul snapped the ball.
Number 1 of the offense.
No, they're going to get Jordan.
Oh, my gosh. What is going on with our receivers?
I don't know. That's just unacceptable. Fans, stay with us. We'll have our halftime interview sponsored by All Smiles with head coach Monte Stevenson. Cherokee Charmers, Jacksonville High School Band, drill team will be performing. Also, you guys got a great interview at the half.
We do, yeah.
Who is it again?
We have Barry Lofquist joining us, who's the director at administrator, at Christus Health Jacksonville. So he will be joining us in just a moment in the booth at halftime.
Coach Stevens is having a little talk with the officials, and I don't blame him. I mean, there's been some interesting calls here, particularly on the offsetting. Oh, he's upset. Maybe we ought to forgo the halftime interview with head coach Monte Stevenson. He is still talking to the umpire here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime entertainment.
Now he's bringing the white hat over.
The Super Sweepstakes award-winning.
I tell you what, let's go ahead and go to a break because he's going to be talking a while. I don't think he's going to be in any mood to be talking to me. Let's let this one go.
He may not be. Yeah. We'll send it to a break and try to get Barry in here.
Yeah, let's let this one go.
When we say we're with you, we mean we're with you for all of it. for the first steps. Your third act, for the little wonders and big changes. We're with you for what if, and for making the what if happen. At Austin Bank, we help you up when you fall, cheer you on when you succeed, and stand with you for the rest. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Welcome into the booth. I'm actually going to throw it to the scene. All right, here. Welcome into the booth for the Whataburger Halftime Report. You make the order, and Whataburger makes it fresh. And we are joined in the booth this time by Barry Lofquist, Administrator for Christus Health Jacksonville. Barry also serves as the current chairman of the board for the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce. He's extremely active in the community, and we're very excited to have him join us once again, this time in the booth on Pink Out.
Oh, man, it's my absolute pleasure. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're super excited to get to talk to you. I know we had you on for Pink Out last year against White House out in front of the Tomato Bowl, so
yes,
it's a little different atmosphere in the booth, but we're excited. I know I think you have a lot of your staff up here in the press box tonight as well.
We're having a big night. It's Christus night here at the Tomato Bowl, and we're just excited to be here. Seeing things from this perspective is definitely unique. I don't think many people can say they're doing what I'm doing right now. So thank you guys for the opportunity.
Absolutely. We're super excited to have you. So I kind of want to start with some stuff that you've been doing with the Chamber. So what has the focus been this year for the Chamber as you've stepped into the role as chairman of the board?
Well, I am glad that you asked. I mean, one of the first things you got to do when you get asked to serve in that way is you're going to need a theme for the year, and that kind of sets the tone for the entire year that's ahead of you. And so our theme this year was Be Community. Connect, grow, lead, and share. And so that's really what we've been focused on. And what we talked about was just being our community is about people. It's people like you and me coming together to do something good for the place that they live and work. And so that's been our focus. And I believe that being community puts us on mission. It puts us on mission to serve people and make a difference. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, somebody needs what you have. You know, and that's what we're all about. That's what we've been focused on. Yeah. So it's been a busy year. We're wrapping up. I'll be done at the end of the year, December 31st. I think we'll have the annual chamber banquet in February. But my term is winding down. It's been a great year.
Yeah. I know y'all have had a lot of activities throughout the year. Who's the successor to you? Is that already
Victor Ontiveros? He's
okay.
our chairman-elect, and he's going to step in and do a great job. He's active not only in this community with Encore and the work that he does here with our board at the Chamber here in Jacksonville, but he's also involved in Athens and a number of other communities as well. So we're going to be in great hands after I step aside and let him take over.
Yeah, awesome. That's good to hear. I actually saw you at the golf tournament that y'all had. I think that was last Friday.
It was.
So I know that, not only have you had some recent events, but there's some other stuff that's coming up as well. And I have some props with me.
Okay, good.
To talk about some stuff. And this is I'm going to talk about the Chamber first, and then we'll talk a little bit about some stuff that you guys have going on at Christmas.
Fantastic.
So the Chamber just had their annual golf tournament. I know there's some upcoming activities, like there's a monster truck event. There's Trunk or Treat coming up soon. So talk a little bit about the success that you've seen from the events throughout this year and what you have planned for the rest of 2025.
Okay, so some of the things that we've done this year, of course, the Tomato Fest is always a big deal. It takes place in June. This year was the 41st annual Jacksonville Tomato Fest, and so Christus is privileged to be able to be the title sponsor for that again each year, and so that was fun. I don't think we set a record this particular year because the weather came in and kind of messed things up a little bit, and there were other things going on, but we had a blast, and I just always love seeing those aerial photos of how many people come together and be a part of what we're doing, promoting Jacksonville and our Jacksonville tomatoes. So we had that. Also, the Shop Local campaign, we're gearing up for that, and the Chamber partners with local banks, and you can take your receipts during that campaign, take them to one of your local banks, and if you spend at least $20 here locally, you can turn those receipts into one of our local banks. You get a chance to win a number of prizes. I think they're giving away all total about $5,500 this year just for doing something that you do all the time, which is shop. Hopefully it's shopping local. So we've got that going on. Really excited about this deal. This was the first year that we had we put together what we call the Hispanic Business Alliance. And so we wanted to invite that part of our community into the things that we have going on in the Chamber. And so we put together, working with our partners, the Hispanic Business Alliance, and we did a educational series for people that are either in business or wanting to start business to try and equip them with the tools that they're going to need to be successful. As you guys know, small business is the engine for our economy, not only locally, but nationwide as well. And so we had things like how to put together a business. So getting an LLC, we had local attorneys doing that. We just had one of our Christus marketing folks come in and do a whole thing on all kinds of marketing and the things that you're going to need to be successful. We also had an attorney come in and do legal advice. So trying to equip our local businesses with the tools they need to be successful and help us grow our economy. So I think when you're growing, obviously good things happen. And so we're really excited about that. We also had the annual back-to-school supply drive. We set a record this year in terms of the number of school supplies that we were able to donate to the local community. Awesome. So those are just a few things.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know we got to talk to James Hubbard before the game tonight, and he had a lot to say about things that are going on in Jacksonville. And I know as chairman of the board of the Chamber, you're just as involved with him as you are with the hospital a lot of times.
Yeah.
So.
Well, James and I, we work together with the Rotary Club here in Jacksonville, and so we're involved in that way. And I'll tell you, whether it's James or Randy Gorham or the City Council, we've got some tremendous leaders in this community, and we're grateful that we have that kind of leadership, people with the kind of vision. And when you look at, I came here 5 years ago, and I think back to what things were like 5 years ago, and I see what's happened now under their leadership, and it's just amazing. It's a fun thing to be a part of.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's been a lot of things that have changed. So we actually talked about, what James has planned for the next 4 years as city manager as well. And he shared some exciting things that, he's planning to do. And, there's a lot of things going on in Jacksonville right now. One of those things is you guys are actually here tonight because it is Christmas night, because y'all are the title sponsor here in the Tomato Bowl.
Yes, we are.
You have your fancy trailer over here if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, we call that thing the Mater, which is the mobile athletic training room, and that is basically an ER suite on wheels. Oftentimes it's equipped with x-ray and everything that you need to be able to take care of athletes and others right there on the sidelines. So we're blessed to be able to have that. We don't get to have it every weekend, but we have it this week as part of the Pink Out game, and we're just thrilled to be a part of what that part of our organization does. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but our services in athletic training and support, we have over 100 high schools, colleges, and universities in this area that we take care of.
Wow.
And we provide all of those resources. We do 3 full-time athletic trainers here. One of our orthopedic surgeons was here with us tonight in the press box, and man, they just do tremendous work. Making sure those athletes are able to stay on the field, continuing to do what they do, and it's just tremendous support. And all of that is free of charge. We don't get paid for that. That's just something we give back to the community. And in many cases, some of our athletes, that may be the only medical provider that they see, that they have access to. And so we serve in that capacity as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got to take a look in the trailer.
Isn't that pretty cool?
It's really awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Have you gotten to see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's worth checking out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'll have time tonight with all the things that we have going on up here, but it is super, super cool. It's really neat to see.
Third quarter off with the band. Would that be all right? No?
Do it.
I don't know that Matt would appreciate that.
All right.
By the time that we get to the end of the game, I need to take a look at our stats. So.
Don't listen to me. I'll get you in trouble.
I'll let you go ahead and field the next question here, Dad.
The last one?
Number 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're in year 2 of the partnership between Jacksonville ISD and Christus Health. As the exclusive healthcare partner and athletic service provider, how is the partnership going?
Man, it's going fantastic. Again, we're thrilled to be a part of what you guys are doing and to be able to partner with the Independent School District and serve in this way. We're just involved in so many things. It's not just about athletics. It's about kids, and it's about community, and it's about growing those folks up to be great citizens and successful adults as they go on from high school to whatever it might be. And so we're doing a bunch of different things. Some of the things that we've been involved in, I'm looking at my notes here, but we do sports physicals at the beginning of every school year. I think this year we brought an army of providers in, and we took over part of the field house, and I think we did about 350 physicals.
Wow.
Exactly. So you got band, and anybody that needs a physical to be able to participate in extracurricular activities, we provided it, all free of charge.
That's awesome.
It was fun to see. It is a well-oiled machine. It was fun to see. So we're doing that. We do on-site flu clinic shots, so if you haven't gotten your flu shot yet, I would encourage you to do that. Flu season, and we're in the midst of it. And so we provide those kinds of things as well. Of course, this month we're celebrating National Breast Cancer Awareness Week or month, and so we're doing mammograms. And I know we're going to talk about that in a minute, so I won't go into too much detail, but we're doing that. Really excited about this because my daughter was once out in a field like this in Tyler with Robert E. Lee, or what's now Tyler Legacy. She was a Southern Belle, and so pretty passionate about what those kids are doing. And so we're partnering with the Booster Club to help send those kids to New York to march in the Macy's Day Parade. So
wow.
That's kind of fun.
Heck yeah.
That's going to be an incredible experience for those young students.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about that. And we're also working on the education side with the CTE Center and Kimberly Harris, the director of that program, and just trying to give back for those kids that want to be a part of maybe the healthcare industry as they grow up. Mm-hmm. We spend a lot of time with high school students, college students, and even medical students, teaching them and helping kind of grow up that next generation of healthcare professionals. So we're doing that as well. And then this is really cool. You guys may not have known this, but we have a partnership with Texas A&M University in their School of Rural Medicine. And so just a few weeks ago, we had our first med student. He came in for 2 weeks, and the task was to immerse yourself in what it's like to live and practice medicine in a rural community. Yeah. And so we immersed him in all of that stuff. And one of the things he got to do was do a presentation to I think about 150 high school students that are considering health care. And so he had a very interesting story. He didn't start out wanting to go to med school. In fact, for the last 15 years, he was a submarine officer.
Oh, wow.
And decided he wanted to go to med school, got out, and he's in his 3rd year, and we had a great time. But that presentation that he gave, I think it opened the doors for a lot of kids because they're like, wow, if he could do that. I think he told me he took his MCAT exam to get into med school 5 times before he passed it and he got in.
Wow.
And here he is at Texas A&M going to be a doctor. And so I thought that was just a great inspirational story. And so we're excited to be a part of that and be able to bring that too.
Yeah, that's a really cool partnership.
Yeah, it is. I think we'll have our next one in the spring, sometime in March.
Okay. Would it be still like rural medicine?
Oh, it's rural medicine. It'll always be these students, these med students that want to practice in communities like Jacksonville. And, being in smaller communities like this, of course, we're closer to Tyler, but there's so many of these communities that don't have the kind of resources that we enjoy here.
Yeah.
And so this program helps promote and develop that.
Okay. Man, that's awesome. Well, final question for you here tonight, Barry. It's Pink Out Night in support of breast cancer awareness. And I know that we talked last year about how important early detection through regular screenings is, and almost everyone has either lost someone or knows someone who has passed away due to breast cancer. I know this is a topic that's very near and dear to you as well. So for those watching tonight, what steps need to be taken to be proactive in getting checked for breast cancer, and how can Krista's Health help?
Yeah, I think it starts with awareness. Being aware and getting screened. That's really what it comes down to, is getting a mammogram saves lives. And so we're really excited. In the last year and a half, we opened our Byers Family Foundation Women's Imaging Center. And I think when we talked last time, that was just in its infancy. And now we are a comprehensive women's imaging center. So we're not only doing screening mammograms, but we're doing diagnostic mammograms. We're doing both diagnostic and screening breast ultrasounds and bone density, all within one center within the hospital. And so most of your imaging needs that you're going to need, we're going to be able to provide right there. So you don't have to go to Dallas. You don't have to go to Tyler. You can get it right here in Jacksonville. And so I would just say go out there and get that done, because here's the thing. If we catch it early, it is so treatable and it saves lives.
Yeah. Yeah, I know when we talked last year, that was something that you had talked about was, trying to have as many things as possible here in Jacksonville to help the local community, rather than having to refer them to Tyler or Longview or Dallas if it came to that. So, yeah, I think being able to, start those programs and see them in their infancy, and then watch them progress to where, it's a fully fledged thing that you guys are able to offer now. I think that's awesome.
It is. And we've just, in the 5 years I've been here, we've just grown so much. We opened a new digestive disease center. So we're expanding right now. We totally renovated our fitness center, and we're doubling the size of our outpatient therapy services. The list goes on. And so there's more to come.
Yeah, for sure. What is there anything on the horizon that you'd like to share?
Nothing that I can share at the moment, but we about a year and a half ago, we totally renovated our emergency room. It is first class, and now we're looking to expand that.
Okay.
It's just simply not big enough. We see over 60 patients a day, and we need to be bigger so we can serve our community better, and so we're working on that project. That's one thing that I can tell you about. We're also continuing to recruit new providers, particularly specialists. So again, we can provide more of that care here locally so that people don't have to leave to get the care that they need.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to go to the hospital and they say, oh, well, this guy right down the hall can actually help you, rather than, hey, you're going to need to make an appointment for 3 months out at some hospital in Dallas or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have, to that point, not only are we a hospital, but we have a 40-provider multi-specialty clinic right there within the 4 walls of the hospital with almost, I would say, probably 16 different specialties, including some of the ones that were here tonight. So orthopedic surgery, vascular surgery. Of course, we have one of the largest in the state, interventional pain management centers. Just the list goes on and on. So we're able to do that here. So you don't have to go. You can be here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool to hear. All right. Well, Barry, we really appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and probably throw it down to Matt here in just a minute so we can get the Jacksonville halftime performance. But thanks again for joining us in the booth. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. My pleasure, guys. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Matt, you with us?
I am right here.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you for the Jacksonville halftime performance.
Thank you, Ryan. Great interview. Appreciate hearing all about the chamber and what's happening, and now the Cherokee Charmers are performing on the field. Let's take a listen, and we'll let the PA do the talking. Cherokee Charmers performing here at halftime at Tomato Bowl, where Marshall leads Jacksonville 28-0 at the half. This is the the Whataburger halftime report.
Under the direction of Cassidy Kingston and Tiffany Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Cherokee Charmers. Introducing the Jacksonville Indian Majorettes and special guests, the Jacksonville Middle School Twirlers. Your 2025 to 26 captains are Sophie McNeil, Andrea Tavera. Twirler of the Week is Kimberly Hernandez. Watch now as the twirlers perform to Another One Bites the Dust.
Jacksonville High School Twirlers performing here at halftime at Tomato Bowl. Another outstanding performance as we get ready to hear Fighting Indian Band coming up.
And now, JISD is proud to present the Jacksonville Fighting Indian Band. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Anaja White and Junior Drum Majors Demetrius Hampton and Mauricio Field. Featured twirler is Abby Barrier. Tonight, the band will perform the Vienna Philharmonic Fanfare, Golden Bear March, and Birds Battling Brigade. Now, at the center of the field, one of the most decorated military marching bands in the state of Texas. That classic look, that awesome sound, that cry heard across the land. The Jacksonville Fighting Indian Band.
Jacksonville High School Band performing tonight at Tomato Bowl. You've been watching the Whataburger halftime report. Marshall leading Jacksonville 28-0. Both teams about to come out onto the field to start the second half. Another great performance by Jacksonville High School Band, Cherokee Charmers, the Twirlers.
Matt, I have a couple things that I forgot here with Barry. I said I had props for those watching at home, and I did. And I completely forgot that I had props. So if you were at the Tomato Bowl tonight and you came in through the front gates, you saw they had pink Christus Health towels that you guys were giving out, which is awesome. And then you also have from Christus another event coming up soon, which is the Jingle Jog 5K. So I'll go ahead and let you talk a little bit about the Jingle Jog.
Well, this will be the 9th annual Jacksonville Jingle Jog 5K. We're super excited to do this because of what it does for the community. But that'll take place Saturday, December 13th, right there in the middle of downtown Jacksonville. And it's a 5K run, and the proceeds of that event go to benefit the Jacksonville, Texas Rotary Club and their college scholarship program. And so last year, because of the great support from the community and our partners, we were able to donate over $8,000 worth of college scholarships.
That's awesome.
That included a number of 4-year scholarships, also 2 junior college scholarships, and then this year was the first time we did a trade school scholarship, $1,000 trade school scholarship. And so what a great cause. We're looking forward to a record event this year. Last year we had 600 runners registered. This year we're anticipating 650. It'll be our record. Bigger and better than ever.
That's awesome. Maybe we can get some people out that are watching at home tonight to come out and maybe increase that. Maybe we'll push 700.
I love it. I like the way you think. You're going to see flyers coming up all over town, and on everything that we put out, you'll see a QR code. So all you got to do is get your phone out of your pocket, take a quick pic of that thing, and so it'll take you to the website where you can register. And
is it on Facebook or anywhere like that?
It's on Facebook. Okay. The people that promote the race for us, the ones that actually run the race, are iTry 360, and so you can go out to their website and you can find it out there. It's real easy to go to.
Awesome.
Yeah, or just do a search on Google or Bing, whatever you like, and just do the Jacksonville Jingle Jog 5K, and you'll find it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, those of you watching at home, definitely come out for the Jingle Jog. And if you're there, say hi to Barry.
Absolutely. We'll see you there. Hope to see you.
All righty. Thank you for joining us here on the Whataburger Halftime Report. You make the order, and Whataburger makes it fresh. And both teams have made their way out of the tunnel to begin the second half. So, Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'll be back in just a second.
All right, Jacksonville getting ready to receive this kickoff. Marshall will be kicking off right to left. Jacksonville deferred in the second half. Hey, Coach, how are you? Good to see you. Jason McClendon, former Jacksonville coach, in town visiting. Guess his Jefferson Bulldogs, where he's coaching now, are off tonight. So Marshall getting ready to kick off. Jesus Grimaldo will be kicking off. It'll be Jordan McGowan and Dillian Sally dropping back to receive this kickoff to start the second half. It's going to be McGowan from his 10.
McGowan pushes it out over the 15, gets tripped up, doesn't quite make it to the 20-yard line. He had some green grass in front of him. He could have kept his feet.
Yeah, he got tripped up by Natavian Johnson. So the ball will be at the 19 as Jacksonville looks like they're going to continue with that. You know, it's interesting, early in the season you saw Ben Bolton getting most of the snaps, Trent Clater not playing much quarterback, and then all of a sudden you saw Trent at wide receiver. Had some balls thrown to him by Ben. Now Ben's at receiver and Trent's back at quarterback. And Bolton will split out to the left as Trent will come in with Alex Polk in the backfield. Fighting Indians start the second half down 28-0, Ryan. Boy, it sure would be good right here to get on the board on this opening drive.
Yes, it would. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Clater going to hand this one off to Polk on first down. Makes a couple cuts and will be brought down after a pickup of 3. Matt, I don't know if you got to listen there at halftime, but I thought we've had some great guests on tonight between James Hubbard and Barry Lofquist, and definitely thankful for the people that we have in this community to come on and be able to share things that are going on in our town, because there's a lot going on that people may not realize. Second down now. Clater going to flip this one out off the hands of Ben Bolton, incomplete.
Yeah, just right to him. Just dropped it. Yeah, back to what you said. I mean, just tremendous information tonight. If you did not know what was going on in Jacksonville and you just listened to these interviews that you guys just did, well, you found out a lot. There's a lot happening in Jacksonville, Texas that I learned some stuff. I didn't know what was going on. I got to climb out from under my rock every now and then. Third down 7 now for Jacksonville after the incompletion. Boy, has Jacksonville had the drops tonight or
they
what?
Definitely have had the drops tonight. So
I mean,
third down and 7.
They're
Clater
coming.
has some green grass in front of him, and he is going to pick up an EAG Ford first down. A great scramble there from Trent Clater.
Not the greatest slide in the world, Trent. I like the fact that you got down. Might need to work on that slide a little bit.
Yeah. Might need to practice the slide just a little bit. It looked pretty awkward.
Yeah, that was kind of a bounce right there.
But
he does get the first down.
He does. Great run there from Trent, and a great decision to keep that ball himself. He's had lots of field in front of him and picks up the EAG Ford first down.
Offsides.
2 receivers each way.
Where's the flag?
Later going to flip this one out for Suarez Mosley, and he will pick up about 3, maybe 4.
Was that?
I don't know. It looked like somebody moved early.
It looked like 2 guys were offsides for Marshall. Second down 6. And then Jacksonville quick snapped it, and I thought they got him, but no flag.
Polk around the left side. Big run on second down from Alex Polk, and he will pick up another EAG Ford first down.
You know what's deceiving about the sophomore Alex Polk is that sometimes he looks like he's not running hard. That's because he glides. He has that kind of that gliding run that you really don't realize how fast he is getting up the field. Picks up the EAG Ford, first down, the second one of this drive.
Handoff goes to Polk once again, trying to find somewhere up the middle to run, and finds a little bit of a hole, picks up about 4.
Yeah, Jacksonville offensive line doing a nice job running that time behind Elijah Gallegos and Saul Garcia, the senior center for Jacksonville. Is Polk will get a rest here, and here comes Naraden Hawkins, the junior, in the backfield with Trent.
Flags come in. Going to be a false start on Jacksonville.
They're going to get a receiver again. That's Sally's second one. Oh, my gosh. Well, he's checking out.
I don't remember a receiver having a false start this season, and we've had 4 or 5 this game.
Yeah, that's his second one. I mean, you got to watch the ball. I mean, you're not even involved in the play. That was a handoff to Hawkins.
Clater, lots of pressure, and he will be sacked. It's going to be Natavian Johnson for the Mavs.
Boy, Johnson.
And a big loss.
He just blew by Toby. I just blew him up and just shucked Toby off of him and had a direct shot at Trent. So now third down and Rusk. It's 3rd and 20 to be exact. More than that, 3rd and 25.
It's a long way. It's a long way. You're going to need a big pickup here if you're Jacksonville. Trips right, 1 receiver left.
Cover 0 here. Well, they switched to a 3.
Hawkins with a good block, trying to give Trent some time, and just does not have that much time to stand there like he did, and he is going to go down again by Jagger Robbins on the tackle for the Mavs. So it will be 4th down and a mile.
I thought Trent did a heck of a job getting blindsided. Didn't even see him coming. He held on to the football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually that's a fumble almost every time because he was held it as long as he can, but that clock's got to be ticking. You've got to let go of it to somebody or take off running. So now here's Tavera to punt, or is that KC? Tavera.
It's Davian. So Davian Tavera into punt. Low snap, bounces back to him. He's able to get this one off. Pretty good punt here from Davian. It's going to be fielded. Jacksonville needs to bring down the returner as he makes his way over to the Marshall sideline.
There's a flag.
There is a flag that comes in, but a pretty good return for Blanton Hale as he is wrapped up by some Modric Kincaid.
Well, they're going to get Marshall for either a blindside block or a hold or push in the back. 2 Jacksonville Indians were on their back with, just got, I guess they got shoved down. I'm not. Yeah, block in the back.
Following the penalty enforcement, Marshall sets up 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Take it back to the 27.
Yeah, favorable penalty there for the Indians. Pushes it back to the Marshall 27 where they will have 1st and 10 with 7:36 remaining in the third quarter. This is going to be Johnson in the backfield, and it is an end around for Aiden Green, who is still running down the field, makes his way out across the Jacksonville 20, is finally drugged down inside the Jacksonville 15, but a huge gain for the Mavericks.
Just an inside counter right there to Green. Quarterback turns around and he comes underneath him, and everybody's flowing to the left and Green's going to the right. Had the whole defense for Jacksonville going one way, and he got the handoff on the counter and went the other way, a long way, down to the Jacksonville 15.
First and 10 for Marshall from the Jacksonville 15. Flags come in. They're going to blow this one dead. I think you're going to have maybe a false start.
That's a second encroachment penalty on the offensive line for Marshall.
That's an interesting penalty, too, because you do not see that one called hardly ever.
I mean, you're just lining up. You're not lining up on the ball. Your head's sticking over the front end of the football into that zone they call encroachment zone.
So that'll back him up 5. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 20.
That's just not paying attention to where your stance is, lining up.
2 receivers left, 1 right for the Mavericks. This is going to be Ashton Sparks in the backfield, and he does get the handoff. Flag comes in.
Usually in that area of the hold. And usually the guy that guilty's got his hands up. Eric Clow. Let's see if the call's on him, because he put his hands up. I surrender. I didn't do that. If the call was on him, then we know why he had his hands up. Guilty dog barks first. Let's see.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Number 50 in the offense.
What do you know? It was him.
It was, yeah.
He put his hands up like, I didn't do that.
So hands to the face.
That's a big one.
Is a big penalty, and they were already at 1st and 15, so this is going to be 1st down and 30. First and Bullard.
That's the second hands to the face on Marshall tonight. They got one defensively earlier, and that one was on their offensive line, number 50. Boy, the Mavs got to get down all the way to the Jacksonville 5 to get a 1st down.
You think there's a stat for the longest 1st down? Because, I mean, if they get a couple more penalties, we might be pushing that.
This is close.
Handoff going to go to Sparks, trying to go up the middle. Bounces off a tackle, but will be brought down. And he'll get 6 of those yards back.
Harrison Penn with a nice tackle there. Penn's having a good game defensively tonight.
He is.
And I'm really impressed with Calvin. Calvin Boyd's in there at defensive tackle, his first action of the season, and you didn't know, what kind of shape he'd be coming into the ball game and how much he could last, but he's so far so good.
I mean, if he's tired, he's missed so many games, it's probably more of just a want to for Calvin.
And he's got the want to. He's that kind of kid.
Johnson in the backfield with Henderson. Henderson going to flip this one out to the far side, sets up the screen for Aiden Green. And Green is going to be brought down back near the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10 now. Let's see where they spot it. So they'll mark the ball at the 15.
Yep, under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's been a pretty quick-moving game.
I think halftime went a little bit over with the performances of both bands. I thought Marshall's band and drill team was never going to get off there, but they finally did, and there was only about 5 minutes to go in the half. And the halftime clock, they had to put more time up there.
Handoff goes to Doug Johnson. Gets around the end, and he will go in for the touchdown.
So Johnson from 15 gets the 5th Marshall score of the night, pushes it to 34-0.
Yeah, and I was informed at halftime that band competition is tomorrow, marching band competition.
They're all getting ready.
Yeah, they're getting ready for competition tomorrow. I believe it's at SFA. Is it Longview? It's at Longview.
So here's the extra point. Grimaldo comes on to try to tack on point 35 for Marshall.
Grimaldo in to attempt the extra point, brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee, and this one is up and good. Pushes it out to a 35-0 game. And we will take a short break and come right back.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
This glorious Whataburger is yours. A few minutes ago, it didn't even exist. Why? Because every Whataburger is 100% fresh beef and made to order. That means we didn't start cooking it until this exact moment, right here, when you ordered it into existence. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Marshall finding their first score of the half, makes it 35-0. Grimaldo going to boot this one deep, and it will go out for a touchback. So Jacksonville will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25.
We've seen some snippets tonight, if you will, Jacksonville offensively moving the football, and then they just get that penalty that just kills it, or drop pass. They've had several drops tonight. Trent Clater, his statistics are not going to reflect how well he has thrown the football tonight. I mean, he's really thrown the ball in some tight windows, and his receivers just have not helped him very much tonight.
Nope, it's been a lot of drops. Probably more drops than completions, if I had to guess. I hadn't looked at the stats, but I would think it's probably pretty close to that.
So Caden Boyd will check in the backfield. Haven't seen him much tonight for Jacksonville.
Trips right, one left. On 1st and 10, Boyd gets the handoff, big burst, going to pick up an EAG Ford first down.
Boyd just runs downhill so well, does Caden Boyd. And, you know, a lot of times you go into a ball game, you think, why hasn't he been playing? Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of scheme you run. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. And maybe that wasn't part of the plan, but here he is. Brent Garcia will check in for Jacksonville on the offensive line at left tackle. First down, Jacksonville.
Trips right, one left again. Handoff going to go to Boyd, and there's nothing there as he is met in the backfield.
Breon Williams, 6'2", 318. I mean, if he gets his hands on you, he just puts his chest on you and just falls down on you. Just splat.
They've got some size over in Marshall.
They do.
They got some big boys on this team.
They always have. I don't know what they eat over there, but
It's got to be something in the water.
Nothing there. There's a flag.
Handoff goes once again to number 7, Caden Boyd, met in the backfield, flag on the play.
Look at the guy dancing. That's just, come on, man. If you're going to dance, dance better than that. See the call here. I still haven't had any indication from the official.
I think he's doing the Cupid Shuffle is what I'm seeing
Is
here.
he? Is that
I'm pretty sure their band is playing the Cupid Shuffle and he is doing the Cupid Shuffle.
Is that right? Man, you guys are aging me here. I'm not up on that. I'm
You would know it if you heard it, Matt.
Really?
I can pretty much guarantee you've probably heard the Cupid Shuffle.
Okay. You don't know me very well. I don't know. I have no idea what that song is. It's holding on Jacksonville from the spot, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 15. So after picking up an EAG Ford first down, the Indians once again behind the chains here with mistakes, penalties, drop passes. A lot of execution issues tonight for the Fighting Indians on offense.
3rd down and long. Naraden Hawkins goes in motion, and we're going to have a timeout taken by the Indians, and we will take it with them.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. 3rd down and long coming out of the Jacksonville timeout. Naraden Hawkins, the man in motion, makes his way up to the top of your screen. Trent Clater going to flip this one out, finds McGowan. Jordan McGowan makes a man miss, fighting for some yards, but it's going to be 4th down and about 7.
Yeah, good-looking tunnel screen. It's just the problem is that's not a 3rd and 18 play. I mean, yeah, if you can break past that second level and get in the secondary, but boy, Marshall's so quick from their linebacker position that they just do a nice job of, zoning that thing out to where you can't turn that little inside screen into anything more than what Jacksonville got. About an 8-yard gain, 4th down, 7 now. Here's the punt.
Good snap back for Davian. Gets the punt off. And it is fielded by Blanton Hale, who makes his way out near midfield before being brought down. So with 1:57 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Marshall going to take over for 1st and 10 with pretty good field position to start this drive.
1st and 10 Marshall from their own 48-yard line.
Like I said, I mean, we've talked about it already, and if people are just tuning in and wondering, why the goose egg, it's mistakes. Penalties, mistakes, drop passes, missed blocks. Some of the stuff that Jacksonville looked like they'd kind of worked out of a little bit in the last couple of weeks against White House and Nacogdoches, but
Yeah, well,
tonight.
and the Jacksonville offense has struggled to move the ball at times.
And there's a little bit different competition, too, tonight.
Yeah, for sure. But, the offense has struggled to move the ball at times, and they're moving the ball pretty effectively, but the penalties are negating anything that we're gaining. Going to get a direct snap for Montgomery.
That was a interesting little move in the backfield. I don't know if you saw that, but the quarterback, Henderson and Montgomery, they did a little spin move, like a 360, and they ended up about a yard to the right, and that's when Montgomery took the direct snap. So a little dance choreography there. I hadn't seen that much. A little spin move, both of them. They got some style points on that, plus they got a first down.
They definitely did, yeah. Some style points for sure. So 1st and 10 now for the Mavericks from the Jacksonville 30-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Henderson in the shotgun, going to fire this one far side. It is caught by number 14, Ernest Crookshank, and he will pick up another Marshall first down.
Ernest Crookshank. That's going to go on my that's going to go on my name patrol there. That's a good Halloween name. Ernest Crookshank.
Yeah. What are you going to as for Halloween this year? I'm going as Ernest Crookshank. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to put that in the cupboard, in the name cupboard.
Yeah,
there.
anyone who may be out there that's writing a horror movie, just go ahead and put that on your list for potential, villain names.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's like a James Bond villain name. Oh.
Henderson firing this one to the near sideline. It is caught by Russell Crawford just short of the goal line, and it will be 1st and goal from the 1.
If there's one thing that Jacksonville is really struggled with in the last few years, it's secondary coverage and finding the football, making a play on it, and you saw it right there. Just didn't know where the ball was.
Henderson going to hand this one off, and Montgomery scoots in for the touchdown.
So the Mavs push it to 41. Got an injured fighting Indian. Looks like that may be Calvin. I don't think it's his leg. Looks like he's holding his arm. Let's see. So we await the extra point by Grimaldo. He's been quite the busy man tonight, and yeah, it's Calvin, and he's limping a little bit. He had that lower leg injury, and you just wonder when he had contact, what that was going to do. And had some serious inflammation in that leg, and I'm hoping that's not what it is. He seems to be walking okay. Is Marshall now about to kick point number 42?
Grimaldo's extra point, brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee, is up and good. Makes it a 42-0 game with 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Take a short break and come right back.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off with your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
When we say we're with you, we mean we're with you for all of it. For the first steps, your 3rd act, for the little wonders and big changes. We're with you for what if, and for making the what if happen. At Austin Bank, we help you up when you fall, cheer you on when you succeed.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Jesus Grimaldo has the ball teed up to kick away for Marshall. 20.1 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Grimaldo going to boot this one deep into the end zone and out for another touchback. So I kind of, we've seen a bit of a different kickoff approach. They were kind of kicking it to McGowan there early, kind of high ball, fielding about the 10, and something switched here in the second half because Grimaldo is just pumping them out of the back of the end zone.
What did I tell y'all? And y'all shot me down.
I don't know about y'all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Todd shot me down. I thought the kid had a strong leg, but you're right. The first extra point was very weak. But these two last kickoffs.
I mean, he just put that one 9 deep in the end zone.
I mean, that was like, and the other one he would put it inside the pylon. Here's Jacksonville first down. They're on 25.
1st and 10, 2-back set. Handoff going to go to Jordan McGowan around the left side. And there is just not much room to run right now for the Indians.
East and West against Marshall is going to always has been difficult because they are just, wow. Coach McClendon showing me a score here at the end of the third quarter here at Tomato Bowl, but hey, it's 28-27 Athens over Carthage right now. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah, Athens is good, man. I told you.
Wow.
They're good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the fourth quarter, Marshall leads Jacksonville 42-0. We'll take a short break and come right back.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel in Jacksonville today.
Ready to hit the road in a brand new Ford? From dependable trucks to family-friendly SUVs, we've got the right ride for every road ahead. Drive home today with unbeatable savings and award-winning service, only at EAG Ford Jacksonville, your hometown Ford dealer.
We'd like to thank this week's team meal sponsor, the East Rusk Dairy Queen across from the Tomato Bowl. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off with your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl for the start of the fourth quarter. Jacksonville on 2nd down and 9. Clater going to throw this one up to the near sideline. I'm not even sure if anybody was ready. The only one that really moved was Bubba Suarez Mosley.
I mean, I think Jacksonville thought they had a free play, and there's no flag. That's the second time I thought that Marshall got offsides and no call. I guess they weren't. Nobody's saying anything. Clater's pass, no chance anybody could have caught it. 3rd and 8.
Clater drops back, trying to fire this one downfield. It's over McGowan and picked off. And it will be returned by Jamarian Sparks.
42-yard pick 6 by Sparks. Sailed it.
Yeah, that's one of the few errant throws we've seen tonight from Trent.
Yeah, he was trying to get his feet set, and he kind of had a little happy feet right there. And when, a lot of times when you overthrow your receiver like that, it's form. And he just didn't get his feet set, sailed the ball, picked off. No pursuit by Jacksonville. Ben Bolton was really the only guy that had a chance for the tackle, and he whiffed. 42-yard return for the score. As this game's about to get ugly.
Jesus Grimaldo on to attempt the extra point, brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee, and this one is up and good. Makes it a 49-0 game with 11:35 remaining in the fourth. Take a short break and come right back.
We'd like to thank this week's team meal sponsor, the East Rusk Dairy Queen across from the Tomato Bowl. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
At the South Jackson Dairy Queen, every day is a treat. Cool off with your favorite blizzard, celebrate big with our famous ice cream cakes, and stop in to see the friendly staff who make every visit special. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel in Jacksonville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
Back deep to return for the Fighting Indians is number 1, Jordan McGowan, and number 12, Dylan Sally.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Marshall has made this a 49-0 game with 11:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Grimaldo set to kick this one away. This one high. It's going to be returned. Caught at the 5 by Jordan McGowan. Makes a move to the outside and will be pushed out about the Jacksonville 20-yard line.
Return by number 1, Jordan McGowan. 1st and 10, Fighting Indians from their own 20-yard line.
Well, last week Jacksonville wasn't this ugly against White House, but they finished strong, did the Fighting Indians in the second half, but they haven't been able to do that tonight. Marshall has just dominated the second quarter, the third quarter, and now we're into the fourth, barely, and there's up 49-0. So
it looks like it's getting a little.
I figured out the kick in here.
It looks like it's a little windy, Matt.
The touchbacks are going toward the train tracks, and the sky balls are going to the south here because the wind's coming from the south.
I accept your apology.
I don't know if that was an apology or.
Y'all can sort this out after the game. First and 10, Jacksonville. Handoff going to go to Naraden Hawkins. A good burst from him, and he'll pick up about 8.
Goes to number 4, Naraden Hawkins.
Well, Naraden just has that. He has that burst, and he's a junior, and then you got Alex Polk, a sophomore, and the senior Parra is going to have to check out of the game right now. He is not doing well getting off the field. Alex Parra. And the coaches tell him to fall down because that's the only way you're going to get an injury timeout. Quit limping off, fall down. So we'll take a break with them here as they attend to Parra.
When we say we're with you, we mean we're with you for all of it. For the first steps, your third act, for the little wonders and big changes. We're with you for what if, and for making the what if happen. At Austin Bank, we help you up when you fall, cheer you on when you succeed, and stand with you for the rest. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Second down after the Jacksonville injury. Handoff goes to Naraden Hawkins around the right side, and he will pick up the EAG Ford first down.
I just love the way Naraden runs as Parra will check back in.
From their own 32-yard line.
Solana will check out. Hard run by Naraden there for the first down.
Under 10-20. Now in the fourth quarter, handoff going to go to Hawkins once again. Good burst there from Naraden. And he will pick up about 4.
Goes once again to number 4, Naraden Hawkins. He picks up
You
about 4 yards.
get 4 yards, 5 yards. Don't get behind the chains. This is what Jacksonville's offense has been trying to do. Haven't been able to. Oh, not there. Golly. That's just an
Handoff goes once again to number 4, Narayden Hawkins. He's brought down in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards.
Yeah, and Raiden didn't really have a chance there. By the time he got the handoff, there was a guy on him.
I mean, Taquan Watson, he's a freshman on that defensive line. I mean, it was like he was untouched. He came underneath the block and just submarined Narayden. Loss of 5, 3rd and 11.
Two receivers left, one right. Clater going to drop back. Lots of pressure, able to escape the pressure. And a good run here from Trent Clater, going to pick up an EAG Ford first down.
How about Clater? The elusive run. You know, last year as a 10th grader, you did not see him do that. He was not ready, I guess, for that level and seeing downfield. He was dropping his eyes a lot, taking a lot of sacks, and boy, he's really done a nice job moving his game up a level and seeing downfield and knowing when to run, when not to run. He's had a couple of sacks, yeah, but he got the EAG Ford first down there with that nice run.
1st and 10. Clater going to flip this one for McGowan on the near sideline. And a good run from Jordan McGowan. Pushes it out over the Marshall 40-yard line and good for another EAG Ford first down.
Got a good quick pass out on the bubble to Jordan. Makes the catch. Good downfield block by Suarez Mosley. And it was all Jordan right there getting that first down.
Clater looking for McGowan again. That one through the hands of Jordan McGowan. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's a hot pass right there by Trent. I mean, it did go through. You'd say that's a catchable ball, but man, it was a really hot throw by Trent. He threw a football that was a lot more like a 40-yard pass. Instead, it was like 15. It was pretty hot. So incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Two receivers right, one left. Hawkins gets the handoff and is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I think he tripped on Josiah Wallace, his left tackle. When Josiah was pulling, I think Narayden cut and just clipped the back left foot of Josiah Wallace, and that brought him down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down 10 now for Jacksonville.
Clater drops back. Lots of pressure on Trent Clater once again. Flips it out.
That's cute.
Heads up play there from
Yeah.
Trent Clater to find Narayden Hawkins. And it's going to be 4th down and about 3, but much more manageable than where
That's a
Jacksonville
heads-up
could have
play
been.
by
Absolutely.
Push to push here. Oh, wow. That's going to be short. I got to say, Trent Clater, he doesn't have much tush to push.
I mean, it's 4th and 3 as well. It's not really a tush-push
Yeah, I mean,
zone.
He's a tall drink of water. He's a strong young man, but just as I said, not a lot of tush
but
there to push.
if it was 4th and 1, he picks it up. 4th and 3, I don't know that was the right play call.
Well, but
Matt.
they were up tempo. They were trying to catch him unaware. I mean, they were hurrying. But I agree with you. 3 yards on the tush pushes. That's a stretch. That is a stretch right there. I agree. He got 2 though, instead of 3.
So Jacksonville turns it over on 4th down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Marshall from their own 31-yard line.
I would like to go on record that I am not talking about Trent Clater's tush being bad, okay? Everybody hear me? He's a thin young man.
Handoff goes to Johnson. Big run here for Doug Johnson. And he will pull away from the defenders and go in for the score.
Wow. 69 yards for Johnson. Well, this officially goes into the ugly category.
Jesus Grimaldo in to attempt the extra point. Extra points, once again, brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. If you need a kick, go get yours at Neighbors. And this extra point is up and good. Makes this a 56-0 game with 6:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Take a short break and come right back.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Grimaldo has this one teed up to kick away. This is a high ball going to be fielded in the middle of the field, about the 6 by Jordan McGowan. McGowan bounces this one around the right side and will be brought down at the Jacksonville 22-yard line.
I'm sure hoping that whoever's doing the clock up there here at Tomato Bowl, let's be a little bit liberal here. So
First and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
get the heck out of Dodge and regroup as we head to Mount Pleasant next week to play what we've already talked about in pregame and a little bit during this game. It possibly could be the best defense in the district in Mount Pleasant. I mean, they're really good.
Yeah, they've got a solid team, that's for sure. And it seems like they're sneaky good on defense every year.
Oh, yeah.
They always have some gigantic D linemen. Is the main thing I remember about Mount Pleasant every season.
Yeah, they're down 21-15 in the third right now to T-High. Yikes.
Pretty tight game.
At Texas High.
Yeah, pretty tight game. First down and 10. Clater going to fire this one over the middle. It's tipped, almost intercepted. He's trying to find Bubba Suarez Mosley.
Another one of those things you got to clean up, you know, and if you're a receiver, there's no reason to go up with one hand. Get both hands up. If you do the one hand, it's going to be a tip drill. There's no reason to go up with just one hand. I know you want to because you're thinking, oh, it's coming to me quick. You one hand, both hands. I mean, how many tip balls have we seen Jacksonville get picked off this year? Because the receivers stuck up one hand. So 2nd and 10.
Clater trying to find somebody downfield to throw it to. There's not much there, and he gets it over the head of Ben Bolton. And Ben actually had a decent bit of green in front of him had he been able to catch that.
Ben did a great job helping his quarterback out because he was toward the sidelines, and he went out and found that area, and Trent just was trying to get rid of it because he felt the pressure coming and fortunately got rid of it. White House and Nacogdoches playing down at NAC right now, 21-17 in the fourth. NAC over White House by 4. Center over Bullard, 41-27. And how about this? Pine Tree leading Henderson in the fourth, 35-21.
Wow.
Man, surprising.
3rd down and 10.
Timeout Jacksonville.
And Jacksonville is going to take a timeout, and we will take it with them.
Jacksonville.
Call State Farm agent Jeremy Harmel for an auto quote today.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. 4:29 remaining in the fourth quarter, and Jacksonville has a 3rd down and 10.
Not sure what the holdup is here. The officials over talking to the
I don't
Marshall
know.
coaches.
It's got something to do with Ben. They keep talking to him on the far side, but not really sure what's going on.
Huh. I mean, Coach Hamill of Marshall looks a little animated there. I'm not sure what that's all about. Now, the official, you're right, is talking to Ben. Engaged talking to him. I'm not sure what that is about either. Man, this is weird. Now the referee in the white hat is running over to the other side to find out what the heck's going on, and now it looks like we're about ready to play. 3rd down 10 for Jacksonville.
Looks like we are going to get back to play. So 3rd down and 10. McGowan, the man in motion. Clater going to fake the handoff, scrambling, and fires that one, trying to find Suarez Mosley, and it will be incomplete.
And not a chance for anybody to catch that one. Trent just sailed that one and way out of bounds. So here comes Tavera to punt it away.
Davian Tavera on to punt for the Indians on 4th down and 10, as we're under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville.
Late arrival there. Blake Littlefield checking in, one of the protectors, and Jacksonville is going to have to take a timeout. Don't have 11 out there. Now they do, and they got to call timeout.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs. Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. 4th down and 10 coming out of the Jacksonville timeout. It looks like we've also had a change at punter as KC is in to punt this one away. Able to field the low snap and get that one away, and it makes its way out of bounds at the Marshall 40-yard line. So they will have 1st and 10 from their own 40 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, you would hope Jacksonville, no timeouts right here. I mean, just take a knee. I think I mentioned that Coach Hamill of Marshall and Coach Stevenson are on the same coaching staff down at Copper's Cove several years ago, so they know each other quite well. Coach Hamill's been kind of a rude guest here tonight to his former coaching buddy. Now, Marshall's just a good football team. I mean, they're going to go to 5-2, clinch a playoff spot. Now it's a matter of seeding for them.
And their 2 losses are Longview and Texas High.
Yeah.
Both very good football teams.
No doubt.
1st and 10, handoff. Going to go up the middle. Still fighting for some yards.
Handoff goes number 6, Aiden Green.
Yeah, getting a little chippy out there.
It looks like they moved Aiden Green into the backfield. Get some carries here to try to finish out this game. And last week we didn't have a 2-minute timeout at the end of the game. We'll see if we get one.
Yeah, we didn't. They skipped it.
They did.
Thankfully.
Aiden Green going to get the handoff again up the middle. He'll pick up a 1st down and push it out to the Jacksonville 45.
First and 10 from the Jacksonville 45-yard line.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
And we will have a 2-minute timeout, so we'll step away for just a moment.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl. Coming out of the 2-minute timeout, handoff goes to Aiden Green, still fighting for some yards. Number of Indians there trying to bring him down. And he will pick up about 5.
Well, you see him popping out of the mix master out there. They never got him down. Ooh, he's strong.
5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line.
Well, he has a long touchdown run to his credit. Now it's just a matter of just running this clock out right here. Marshall, I mean, they're not doing anything. They're just running the ball. Jacksonville's got to tackle him. Next week, we make the longest drive of the year to Mount Pleasant.
Yes, we do.
Sam Parker Field. Where's where we'll be?
2nd and 5, handoff goes to Green. Once again, has a big hole, still fighting for yards. And we'll pick up another 1st down.
Handoff goes once again to number 6, Aiden Green. He's brought down by number 10, Harrison Pitt. 1st down, Marshall.
You'd think Marshall probably just content to take a knee here, get out of this game. There's 30 seconds left on the clock.
You think so? There's about 11-second difference in the play clock and the game clock, so they still got to snap it. So just take a knee. That's what they're going to do. Take the penalty and just let it run out, ref. There you go. 2, 1. That's it. Come on. Let it go.
So your final tonight from the historic Tomato Bowl, Marshall 56, Jacksonville 0.
Fans, stay with us. We'll hand out our post-game awards, sponsored by Dar Chiropractic, Austin Bank, offensive and defensive players of the game. Then we'll have our post-game interview, sponsored by All Smiles, with head coach Monte Stevenson. Players now shaking hands. Is another tough night on the gridiron for Jacksonville.
Yeah, definitely a tough one indeed. And you saw some good things offensively from Jacksonville at times, but the penalties are just a huge killer tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if that to me, that's the story of the game tonight for Jacksonville, besides the fact they could never really stop Marshall's running game, was, I mean, offensively, or even when they made some defensive plays to stop Marshall, they helped them because they killed the great play they made.
Yeah,
and
the face mask penalties were huge.
2 of them. I mean, just 2 of them. I mean, you get a chance to get the ball to 50, and it's 14-0. Your offense can go in and go 14-7. You just don't know, and that's how these games snowball right here. It's like the players are like, okay, well now what's the next bad thing's going to happen? You got to get that out. You got to get out of your own head. You got to get out of your own head. And you got to make plays. And like you said, Ryan, Jacksonville did make some plays tonight. It's just the mistakes just killed them. And then on offense, drop passes, missed blocks. And I say missed passes, I'm talking about drops, because Trent Clater threw the ball pretty dang good tonight.
Yes, he did. Matt, do you want to go ahead and take a look at some of our post-game awards?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. The Bone Crusher Hit of the Game, sponsored by Dar Chiropractic. If your body needs an adjustment, call Dr. Darwin Dar, JHS class of 1984. Dr. Dar is your hometown chiropractor. Guys, Bone Crusher Hit of the Game came early on, and Victor Chavez just destroyed the running back coming through there. So Victor Chavez gets the Bone Crusher Hit of the Game. Now for the Jacksonville offensive and defensive players of the game, sponsored by Austin Bank. Austin Bank is your community bank, locally owned and operated since 1900. We'll start with the defensive player of the game, a young man that came back, played several snaps, did a heck of a job, and heck, we just want to give it to him just for showing the heart and the courage to come back and play after a lower leg injury. Calvin Boyd, the 3-year starting senior, seeing his first action tonight, in on several plays. Calvin Boyd, the Austin Bank defensive player of the game. The offensive player of the game, we talked not a lot of offense for Jacksonville tonight to speak of, but one young man I thought played really well. Your Austin Bank offensive player of the game, quarterback Trent Clater, had several scrambles and runs for first downs, threw the ball with precision, had a couple of wobbly ones in the second half, but not very many, had several drops. So Trent Clater, the junior, is your offensive player of the game, sponsored by Austin Bank. We appreciate Dar Chiropractic and Austin Bank for sponsoring our post-game awards.
Yes, we do. And while Coach Stevenson's getting his post-game speech here for his team, let's go ahead and take a look at our stats. Post-game stats brought to you by Randy Gorham CPA. And Todd, let's go ahead and start with the Jacksonville statistics.
Quarterback Trent Clater had 10 completions on 24 attempts for 100 yards with 1 interception. Receiving, Jordan McGowan, 4 catches for 42 yards. Bubba Suarez Mosley, 4 catches for 25 yards. Dylan Sally, 1 catch for 13. And Raiden Hawkins, 1 catch for 7. Rushing tonight, Trent had 6 carries for 25 yards. Alex Polk, 7 carries for 22. Raiden Hawkins, 9 carries for 22. Caden Boyd, 3 carries for 6. And Jordan McGowan, 1 carry for 1 yard.
Yeah, definitely a tough night running the football. Definitely just a tough night offensively for Jacksonville.
Yeah, Trent, 10 completions, probably more like should have been 16, 15 to 16. I mean, that's how many drops there were.
There was, yes, multiple drops.
Yeah,
so,
I'd say at least 6 catchable balls. Now, a couple of them are kind of hot, but, I mean, his precision was pretty good tonight.
But you got to catch those.
You got to catch them, I know. I mean, you got to.
I mean, if he didn't throw it hard, we're going to be complaining that
he didn't get
it got picked off because he didn't throw it hard enough.
That's right.
So the receivers got to catch the ball.
Yeah, and that's something that Jacksonville's got to work on in the offseason is they got to get their receivers catching the football.
Lots of reps, lots of catches.
I mean, yep, no doubt.
All right, let's quickly take a look at the Marshall statistics for tonight.
Quarterback Alton Henderson, 7 completions on 10 attempts for 97 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Jamarian Sparks, 1 catch for 42 yards and a touchdown. Aiden Green, 2 catches for 28. Russell Crawford, 1 catch for 15. Ernest Crookshank, 1 catch for 14. And rushing, Denaja Montgomery, 13 carries for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. Doug Johnson, 7 carries for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aiden Green, 5 carries for 86. Ashton Sparks, 4 carries for 34 and a touchdown. And Alton Henderson, 4 carries for 1 yard and a touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of success on offense tonight. I mean, put up 56 points, which, one of those was a pick six, but you got to have some offensive stats if you put up 56. There's a lot of running that happened tonight for Marshall. Jacksonville defense really had a hard time stopping the run. And it wasn't all on one guy. Alton Henderson came in leading the team by, I think, 500 yards clear of the next closest rusher, and he had 1 yard that he punched in on a tush push for a touchdown. And it was the tale of the two backs tonight. I think there were a number of guys that got carries from Marshall, but their 2 lead backs, number 21 and number 22, Denaja Montgomery and Doug Johnson, did quite a bit of the work tonight on offense.
359 yards rushing for them tonight. So,
Jesus, wow. Yeah, it's and we talk about it every week that sometimes your best defense is a good offense, and when your offense can't move the ball and they can't get first downs, your defense is on the field, they get tired, they give up points. Of course, Jacksonville's offense gave up one of those scores tonight. But to me, they gave up more than that because they just couldn't move the ball and couldn't sustain any drives and especially convert anything into a score. And, you look at the points given up this year by Jacksonville, it's a lot. I mean, I think this is the 8th game, and I think 6 of the 8 games, 50 or more. Yeah. So a lot of work still needs to be done to get this program turned around. And, guys, I think Monte Stevenson's the guy. I really do. I just hope people will give him time and let him get his program in. And he's breaking up with his team now. We'll see if we can get him over here, and get his comments. Coach, had some plays in the first half, I think, that turned it around. You had some really good defensive plays that got wiped out by penalties. Tough. Those 2 penalties on the face mask don't happen. It could be a different game.
Man, there's something about that second quarter. I don't.
We tried to figure it out too.
I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go back and see if I can get that one fixed. But it's week in and week out, and I know everybody's seeing it. We've shown at times we can play with anybody. Then when the bad things happen to them, and like I tell them beforehand, don't know what's going to happen, but we got to figure out how to let it go, how to move on, how to push through adversity, how to be able to persevere. But you're right, we're getting stops, we're getting turnovers, we're making plays, but then when something bad happens, it's very hard right now to recover from it. So we got 2 weeks left to be able to iron out and fix those mistakes, and then after that, we're going to fix these things. We're going to go into the off season to where we're going to have a focus where it's going to be on mental preparation. So, but right now we got 2 ball games left, and we're going to get better these next 2 weeks.
Coach, thank you. Appreciate you visiting with us.
Go Indians.
Hey, Coach Monte Stevenson on the All Smiles post-game interview, guys. Back up to you in the booth.
All righty. Thank you, Matt. Always good to hear from head coach Monte Stevenson. Always the ray of sunshine after the game, even when it's a 56-0 game.
It's tough, man, to come over and talk to Radio Boy and just try to put on a happy face. I mean, it's tough. That's just his job.
Oh yeah.
And I love what he said at the end right there. People hang in there. He said we got 2 games left, and then the work starts. I mean, he got here in February of 2025. They didn't have spring practice. They were just trying to get their system in. But you can't expect things to get turned around in one season. Yeah, things could have been better, but again, anybody that's still watching. You just stick with this coaching staff, stick with what they're doing, and they're going to get it turned around. Just be patient.
All right, well, I think that's going to just about do it for us here tonight from the historic Tomato Bowl. So on behalf of Matt Montgomery, Todd Travis, Lee Traylor, and the students of the JHS audio video production team, I'm Ryan Travis. Thank you for joining us tonight for all the action from the historic Tomato Bowl. We'll see you next Friday as we hit the road one last time for the 2025 season.